Yes, I'm on camera. I know I haven't been on camera in a while. So I was like, I owe it to you guys to be on camera. So hold on. Let me shut down Facebook. All right. Alright, so first, welcome everyone. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you're a member, welcome. If you are a Patreon sub, mods, everyone in between, thank you guys for your support. But you guys know what the #1 support is. Hit that thumbs up. Above and beyond. That is the #1 support. Hang on, I gotta lower that volume. Give me a moment. All right. Remind me. Thank you, Bonnie. Remind me when I go to play something that I turn Google Volume off. Just remind me, because I'm going to forget. I promise. I will forget. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, guys. I know. I haven't been on camera in like a week. I'm like, you know what? I don't even think I've been on camera this entire case. So I'm like, let me go on camera. Let me show you guys. Hello, I'm live. I'm here. I'm real. For those of you that are new. Hey, Tiff. Tiffany's been dropping a link for how to survive if you hit water. So that kind of is really important. It goes with tonight. Zavgirl played a clip that I'm going to try to find that was fantastic about how you literally have less than like 30 seconds to get out of the water. I mean, to get out of your car. Hang on one second. Why do my kids always call me at this time? Yeah, I'm live. I don't know. You're on your own. I love you. When do you stop cooking dinner for your kids? Like, they still, welcome Ellen. They still want me cooking dinner for them at like 17 or almost 18 years old. My mom didn't cook for me that old. She was like, hell no. Thank you, Beatomaniac. Children, I'm telling you. But seriously, like, my mom stopped cooking when I was like, I don't know, 16, 17 maybe? I don't know. I just thought, you know, gets to a point where you no longer have to cook for them. Okay. And Lucifer, I've been promoting them. They, believe me, they get millions of dollars. And I have said over and over and over, you know, if you've never donated to anybody, donate to them. But with their, you know, 2.2 million subscribers, I think they're right. So, all right, let me just say, I was going to go live earlier and decided not to because there were so many people live. And so I took the idea what Tyler did, and he's like, I'm just going to go live at my normal time and discuss it. So I kind of followed that. I thought that was a good idea. So thank you, Peloton. So one thing that I do want to say first, I am changing my ways. And I'm going to be nicer. And what I mean by that is I am going to tone it down. I'm going to try to tone it down a little. And I'm going to be nicer. And I'm not going to call people dumb. And I'm not going to say that's the dumbest fucking thing I ever heard in my life. I'm going to just get a little nicer. And maybe I'll get call-ins then. And then half the call-ins I don't even want. But I feel like the little baby in this community. I really do. And I feel like nobody ever wants to call in with me. And every single person has told me the exact same thing. It's because I'm going to call people out. I'm not going to be nice. I'm going to call people out. I'm going to tell them they're idiots. Not like Gray. So I'm going to try and tone down the New Yorkness just a little. Just a little. Starting right now. Starting tonight. Changing your person. Well, I'm not going to do it out like, I don't know. You guys, I'm not going to change who I am, but I'm just going to try to tone it down a little. Because everyone said that if I had a soft, like, Southern accent, then more people would want to call in. Thank you, Brendan. So more people would want to call in. And yeah, so that's where we're at. So like I said, I'm just going to try to be a little nicer. Hey, Without Borders, I'm going to try to tone down the New Yorkness. And I'll be more like Tiffany. I'm going to be, hi, how are you? No, I can't do that. That would be fake. Sorry, let's get right down to it. Hey, Barbie. Thank you. No, I mean like a little baby, but compared to the most of the creators that, I chill with, like Tyler's over 40, Zav's over 40, I don't know, just people that, like, I just feel like a little bit. Gray's at 70, I don't know. I just feel like the little baby. I am just me, but nobody ever calls into my show, ever. Nobody ever wants to come in here. And it's frustrating. I see these people get like 100 calls, like their phones don't stop. Nobody ever wants to call in. So that's got to be me. I'm intimidating them. Thank you, Coffee. So I'm intimidating them. And I don't want to intimidate people. So, I mean, I don't want the idiots, but I don't want to feel intimidated. I don't want people to feel intimidated and not call in. You want to call in? Well, after I do my thing. No, not age-wise. I'm saying sub-wise. They're all over 40,000 subs, and I'm just 18, and I'm like the little baby. It's not fair. You don't get calls. Exactly. You kick them all out. But some of the rumors, I don't know. This is where, well, I'm not opening up yet. I'm going to open it up in a little while. So many of the rumors is what drives me nuts, because I don't understand why people just run with whatever they hear. And I know one of my mods said this to me, but I'm going to say it again. AWP has never said the windows were all intact. I have been asking for 48 hours, 24 hours for somebody to prove it to me. One of my one of my members had posted the original post by AWP. It's not edited, and it does not say anything about windows. So that is a rumor that seems to have taken off, and I'm not really sure why it's taken off, but it's taken off. And the police haven't said anything. They haven't said anything. Nobody has said anything about windows. They haven't announced it yet. So if someone can prove me wrong, please show me, because nobody's been able to prove me wrong. And again, if I'm wrong, I have no problem apologizing. If I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong, and I'll say, all right, there it is. But nobody has been able to tell me. I'm going to bring that up, Lynn, because I heard something earlier about the debris, which made me pop up. Well, the lines aren't open yet. I'm going to open it up in a little while. Kiely window was all the way down when they took a photo of her car. Yes, but again, AWP is not allowed to touch the car. That was not their job. They are not forensic specialists. They are not police. They do not have any badges. They cannot touch an ongoing investigation. They may have gotten approval to take the license plate to prove that it was them, but they are not allowed to touch the car, break windows. There could be evidence on there. There could be evidence on a window. They didn't put the car in neutral, which was proven, kind of proven by somebody that was on Zap Girl's panel today, and it was actually really good the way he explained it. I know, but people are running with it saying that AWP said that, and they didn't. So a lot of people have been running with that. They've been running with that for 24 hours. AWP said the windows were intact. AWP said the windows were intact. No, they didn't. So I am going to play some of Zav Girl's live only because I don't remember everything that I wanted to address, but it'll be easier in bits and pieces. But first thing I want to say is her parents put out a press release, which I'm going to read to you. Hold on. Yeah, AWP sells a window breaker. Hold on. Whoop. All right. So for immediate release, Truckee, California, friends, family, law enforcement, media, and our global community, we are eternally grateful for the love and support you have shown us in the last couple of weeks. We have weathered a storm of unfathomable force, and it is purely thanks to the army of warriors, matriarchs, healers, and helpers holding us up that we continue to stand today. Mr. Rogers famously told a story of looking for the helpers whenever he saw scary things in the news. We have not had to look for the helpers, as you have all come to our rescue in full force. We are forever indebted to you. While we accept this sadness cast under death's shadow, the rising sun shines light above us, reminding us not to mourn our loss, but to celebrate Kiely's spirit and the gift that we all received in knowing her. Kiely will surely remain with us, even though we will not get her back. There are certain occasions when words fail. Perhaps this is why our human nature has given us art, dance, and music, which all are often more effective ways to connect us to each other and our rarest emotions. Kindly excuse us as we retreat and dance privately to life's song while we celebrate our daughter's spirit and heal our souls. In gratitude, the Rodney Neiman family. I actually thought it was beautiful. So that is the family statement. I'm assuming her mom, her dad, and any other family. Jagger said something today, which I absolutely agree with. Nobody should ever say a bad word about Kiely. Nobody. And, you know, they just shouldn't. So I know that I will respect him, that if anyone does say stupid shit or, you know, is rude about her, they will be deleted. So there's that. But I don't know if you guys saw the press conference with AWP. It was really, really lame. I thought it was going to be better, but it was pretty lame. I got up really early for no reason. Sounds like they're accepting this was a tragic accident, not found. They wouldn't know that yet, though. They absolutely wouldn't know that yet. And here's the thing, guys. The autopsy is going to take time. Could it be the simplest answer, and that is she hit her head, she got knocked out, and that's how she died? Absolutely. I said, and I know this isn't politically correct, but I'm like, maybe she was on shrooms and she enjoyed the whole thing. Let's look at it positively. Everyone's looking at it negatively, saying that, you know, she died this horrible death and she suffered and she panicked. Well, let's look at the opposite side. Maybe she was on shrooms and maybe she enjoyed the whole trip. Maybe she enjoyed the whole water and had no idea what was happening. That's possible too. And again, I know it's not politically correct, but it's a much better way to think of things than, oh my God, she panicked. Oh my God, she did this. Oh my God, you know, she must have been so scared. Let's look at it a positive way, at least till a toxicology report comes back. You just never know. Exactly. I hope no suffering. I hope that nothing, I've done shrooms. I hope that nothing, I hope she didn't suffer. Go out and bliss better than terror. Exactly. Or smoked weed or something. Exactly. I'm thinking outside the box. Just let's think positively. You know, let's think that she had a great trip and she thought the water was the sky and who knows, you know, let's just think of it positively. So, especially because they always talked, you know, she did so many drugs. She did this, she did that. Okay. So maybe she had a great trip. And maybe that's how she passed, having a great trip. So I personally would much rather think of it that way than negatively. And I wouldn't want to see, how, if she suffered. Before I play the press conference, one thing that I want to point out, Luna, you obviously missed the point. All right, I said I was going to be nicer, so I'm going to be nicer. I'm not going to snap at people. I'm going to be nicer. They were talking about the square that was marked off. I'll show you the picture, but the square that was marked off, a lot of people were saying they think it was evidence, this and that. I have always thought that that was maybe where tire marks were, that it's possible that like the beginning of tire marks, or somebody told them that's where her car was, or even better, they estimated how far back her car would have been in order to land where it landed. So I really think that there is a forensic reason. I could be off. I'm totally just going on what I know. But I think there really could be a forensic reason why they marked that off. And most likely they marked it off because they were estimating when she went in the ocean, how far out she would have to be going in order for her car to, be where it was when it was found. So I haven't heard anyone else say that, but that's what I kind of think that was marked off for. Because it's been 2 weeks, so I really don't think there would be actual evidence there. And I really don't think that they would have evidence there 2 weeks later, especially when so many people have been there. So I kind of scratched that one off. Like, yeah, it's not what everyone thinks it is. It's not some crazy evidence. But I am pretty sure that it is where it was marked off as far as distance of when she went in the water. Looks like it could be tire marks. Absolutely. Who, Crystal? So, I do, though. That's what I really think it is. Accidents happen when you're sober. It does. And here's the other thing I thought of. I'm sorry, I didn't think of this. I heard this somewhere. What if somebody hit her and she went the wrong way? Like, what if it was that much of an accident where somebody just happened to hit her and went flying and she couldn't control it? And I thought that was a really good thought that none of us really thought of. Think about that. Her side was dented a little. It's a good possibility that somebody hit her and she rolled in, or she rolled down the hill and went in the water. So, no, toxicology takes a while. Yeah, they mark distance and speed. I believe she was too drunk. Yeah, but we don't know that. Saying that she was too drunk is just like saying she was on mushrooms and she was tripping, and, you just don't know. All leaving at once. That's what I'm saying. Just remember, guys, everybody left at once. There was this mass exodus at 12:30. Her last ping was 12:33. Why? Why was there a mass exodus at 12:30? Think about it. Why? It doesn't make sense. Why would, this is 18, 19-year-olds. Why all of a sudden would everybody pick up and leave at 12:30? Especially when they say kids were there till 4:30, which I don't even believe. But I don't know. I just feel like something happened. Something happened at that time. I don't know what. I just feel like something happened. It's where she was parked that night. But my thing is, her mom wasn't there. Her dad wasn't there. Her brother wasn't at the party. So how did they know exactly where she was parked? I don't think they can. Like, how would they know exactly where she was parked? But that square they circled, that wasn't even big enough for a, let me pull up some pictures, but that wasn't even big enough for a for a car to be in, not an SUV. That was just like a square. So I don't think that's where the car was. I see, it's me, Jay. I wonder that too. Why was her life 360 manually turned off at midnight? It just, something isn't right. I say the same thing, Brantley. There's no way that nobody saw that. Sorry, not sorry. There's just no way. Why do her family have to be there to know where she was? How would they know where she was parked? How would her family know where she was parked? Her friends can give an estimate of where she was parked. They could say she may have been parked there, but nobody's going to remember in the pitch black exactly where someone was parked. And again, that square was not big enough to even determine that. If they had lights in the trees, then why didn't anyone see her go in the water? Okay. All right. This one, Zav Girl had a map upside down.
I have my AirPods with me, but they were in my ear. I don't know what the fuck my face in the locker room. Actually, your AirPods are not that good. They would stop if you didn't have them. Well, I have the AirPods on.
All right. So right here, in this inlay, which I'll pull up, this is where the party was. This is where her car was found. I know it's blurry, but this is where her car was found. In this little inlay. The square was over here. They say, I think they're pointing at the road. But the reason why the bump thing makes sense, and I'll tell you why maybe she was hit, because even on the road, you're not turning down here. There's trees. So what if she was parked over here and somebody bumped her? That would make sense why she went straight down. The other thing I thought of is, what if her friends left and then she got hit? Remember, she was all alone for a while. Did her friends leave, like her personal friends that knew her, did they leave before the mass exodus? Did they leave right after? Was the mass exodus after most of people that knew her left? Did they not see what car it was? Did they not know what car it was? All of these things I have questions on. No, I don't think it was suicide. She took 2 lefts and went in. Yeah, but I can't see her making this kind of left straight down a hill. That's what I don't seem to understand how she would go straight down a hill. But I'm telling you, the hit thing is reasonable. It really is. It's possible that somebody bumped her. And maybe she was in the car. The seat looked like it was back. Maybe she was laying back. Maybe she was sobering up. And somebody was backing out and hit her and rolled her into... this is a straight hill. I'll show you on Google Earth. And maybe it was an accident. I don't know if she was looking for Sammy. Oh, the source of the mass exodus? That's been known for a while. Everybody has said everyone left at 12:30. I think Sammy said it. Sammy said she left at 12:20. Sammy points out where Kiely was parked between trees and video Olivia's channel. Olivia who? Who's Olivia? I'm just saying it's a possibility. You know, someone said it and it kind of made sense. I think she was being a good friend looking for Sammy. Sammy was already in car with her boy toy, maybe on the way to another party, and Kylie was in a rush to catch up with the convoy. Maybe. That's possible. I'm not going to say no. Alright. I'm going to play their video while I look for these pictures. By the way, did the police do 2 press conferences, or did they redo the first one? Because they popped up like 30 minutes at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, huh? I was like, how is that possible? New driver, new drink late at night. Jagger has nothing to do with this. Jagger has a rock solid alibi. Absolutely nothing to do with it. He's the last person that should be on everyone's minds as far as who's involved. He wasn't even there. All right. All right, so according to this map, I think she was parked here. This is the edge of the water, if I'm not mistaken. And she was found like here. But this is where they were parked. This is where all of them were parked. These are from last night, so I forgot. Here's another one. Same thing. This is where they were parked. They all lined up right next to the water. So here's the land. And this right here is where she was found. Which does coincide with somebody bumping her. And her just, floating in. Hey, Rad. I mean, it really does line up. The red dot. That's why I don't know why it doesn't show my cursor on the other screen. I wonder if I do it this way. No, I don't know why it doesn't show it. Her car was 55 feet out, which right here is where her car was. That's a blurry one. Okay. This glass, the glass that you see, I cannot tell you which window it's from. If it's the far window or the driver's window. I don't know. I can't tell from the picture. It looks like it's probably the passenger side window, not the driver's side. But this window in the back, this is half down. This is not broken. This is half down. They're not allowed to touch the inside of the car. They can't because of fingerprints, DNA, anything. They can't. Now, people were also wondering, had the mirror break? Pretty much probably broke on impact. There were other people saying, yeah, no airbags, which means she may have just been going that slow. Someone also said that the car wasn't upside down, it was on its side. No. The car was completely upside down, and you see it in sonar, and I'm going to show you guys that. I don't know how people mistake this because, yeah, her car was completely upside down. You see it right in the sonar. The back window only goes down that far. No, I understand that, but I'm saying the back window wasn't broken. The back window was open when she went under. Yeah, but Dave, not in an active investigation. That is on cold cases, not an active investigation. They are not allowed to touch anything in an active investigation. The seat is retracted back, which even makes the theory about somebody pushed her that much stronger. Because she may have been relaxing in her car or taking a nap in a car when somebody hit her and forced her car down. So it just kind of makes me feel like it's possible that that theory is right. They said the car was never there. Yeah, see, I don't believe that either. I mean, could I be wrong? Yeah. A car flips automatically. A car flips when hold on. When a car goes down, it floats for a minute, and then the weight of the top tosses it like this. Then it hits. Once it hits that ground level, it's going to flip over. That is how you end up upside down. Most cars underwater go upside down. If you're going super fast and you flip a few times, maybe, but when you're going slow, it's just natural gravity. It's going to pull it down and most likely flip it, depending on the car. They said an SUV or a CRV will flip due to the weight. There was proof. I don't believe that. I absolutely don't believe that. Who makes out in the front seats? True. Maybe. You have 30 seconds, Pecan. Cars only flip, it goes in at a slow rate. Yeah, someone else said that it only goes in at a slow rate.
Come on. One, he's...
Hang on, guys. All right. Dane lost his football game, he was telling me. But the theory, I mean, think about it. All right? Just think about this for a second. Before you guys rule it out, think about this. The other side of the car is intact. The mirror is intact. The side mirror is intact. So the car didn't go straight down. Something hit this side. That's why this mirror's off and the other mirror is not off. Oh, let me show you again. Hold on. That's why the other mirror is perfectly intact and this mirror is not. Which really makes me think that she hit, or I'm sorry, somebody hit her and she went down. I think it's a logical, like truly logical explanation. I really do. Because she did flip. I know she was going slow. They rolled the car one way to get it upright. Yeah, but it's in the water. They didn't flip it hitting something. They lift it and then flip it. They have 14 feet to flip it. They're not flipping it while it's on the ground and then flipping it over. They pull it out as is and then they flip it. Okay. So this is the only person I'm going to address because the hypocrisy in it is hysterical. Sparaja, all these freaking theories, she was fucked up and got behind the wheel. Do you have a toxicology report that we don't? Do you know something that we don't? So you're going to assume that she was high and that was the reason for all this. So the only one actually making up theories is you. So you can get the fuck out, see you later, go find someone else's stream where you can run with the narrative that she was fucked up, because that's a bigger theory than anything that we put out. That's not logical. That's based on someone else's bullshit. So have a good day. All right, now I'll go back to being nice. Faraz, I'm not saying they did. I'm saying that it's possible. That it does make sense that somebody hit her from that side and went in. It's possible. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's definite. I'm saying it's possible. All right. So let me play so we're all on the same page. Hold on. Did anyone not see Adventures of Purpose from this morning? Put a 1 if you have not seen it yet. A car will sink, her car actually, will sink 30 seconds to 3 minutes, depending on if the windows were up or down. If the windows are down, they sink faster. But according to Honda, it's 30 seconds, depending on how fast you're going, but it's 30 seconds to 3 minutes on a Honda CRV. All right, so a bunch of you guys haven't seen it yet. All right. Oh, a lot of you guys didn't see it. Wow, I'm surprised. It's got almost 500,000 views already. Woo woo.
Police debrief of our efforts searching for and finding Kiely Rodni. Anything within this video may be used by any news agency or outlet within their own news reporting. This is only an announcement and briefing. Fully edited episodes will be released soon, so please be patient. We have found Kiely Rodni's vehicle and have confirmed that there were remains inside.
An official identification of the remains will be made and announced by authorities once their investigations are complete. Please understand and respect this is a highly active investigation by the FBI and multiple local sheriff's departments, and we are limited to the scope of details we can release.
We began our search for Kiely at Prosser Creek Reservoir on August 21st at 10:40 a.m. We placed 2 sonar boats in the water. By 11:15 a.m., Nick detected an object underwater using cutting-edge Garmin sonar technology. I was able to then confirm that it.
I want to address something, and I agree with you. I saw 2 donations from people that make very, very good money on YouTube, in excess of thousands a month. So yeah, don't expect small creators to donate like 10 to Life, who makes, probably $50,000 a month. The same. Don't hold us to the same standard, because it's just not possible.
Was in fact a vehicle in roughly 14 feet of water and only 55 feet offshore. After marking the vehicle with our magnet, Nick suited up in his dive gear and conducted the dive to formally identify and assess the vehicle, with me running OTS comms topside. Once we confirmed it was indeed Kiely's vehicle, we immediately notified family, law enforcement, and Dad and Grandpa were on scene within minutes. Please refer to our episodes for complete search investigation that we conducted. These episodes will be released very soon. Again, this takes time to edit. We will need to put these together in an appropriate way in order to respect law enforcement as well as the family. Those should be out, I would estimate, probably within the next week or so. The Placer County Sheriff's Department, Nevada County Sheriff's Department, the entire Placer County Sheriff's dive team has been incredible to work with. We understand that the resource we provide with our unique skill set is rare, and it is an honor to help agencies and families all across the nation. We will be working together with authorities here to share this knowledge over the next couple of days. It is always our mission to promote and share the techniques we utilize so that our purpose can help as many people as possible.
We'd like to thank all of our supporters. We can't thank all of you enough for your donations and putting us in this position as we continue to grow and help more families. Simply watching our episodes, liking, sharing, subscribing, and following our social media platforms enables us to do what we do. So thank you all for putting us in this position.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It helps us help families, and it's free. It's free to subscribe. Additionally, we would like to acknowledge the incredible support from law enforcement agencies across the U.S., including the FBI. We hope to continue our efforts hand in hand with them with the upcoming cases of.
Wow, he does. You're right. I didn't even think of that. He really does.
Julissa Fuentes in Selma, California, and also Annette Adams in San Obispo, California, coming up later this week. At this time, I'd like to thank our entire team for making this happen. It's not just me. It's not just Nick. There's an entire team of us that are out here. We collectively go through these cases, these investigations, and it takes a team to do so. So I'd like to bring you guys on camera at the moment and thank the entire team that made this entire trip possible. Carson, Cade, Kevin, Josh Cantu, Devin. This is our entire team. Like I said, it's not me. It's not Nick. It takes an entire village, including you guys, that put us in this position to do this. And it's an honor, because without your support, we would not be able to do what we do. So thank you guys. Thank you guys as a team. We appreciate all your hard work on the road. It's not easy. We travel across the entire nation, day after day, state after state, city after city, helping family after family and agency after agency. And it's a lot of hard work when we're out here and we're trying to do something that hasn't been done before. And thankfully, we're in the position to do so because of you guys and all of you at home.
Thanks, guys.
We will be taking the next 2 days to properly debrief, decompress, and prepare for our next case, which is 22-year-old Jalissa Fuentes in Selma, California.
Please keep the Rodney family.
Okay, one thing I want to point out, you can see the car is upside down. There were people saying, no, it was on its side. No, you can clearly see, here's the tires. You can clearly see that it's totally upside down.
Family in your thoughts and prayers as we are. Hug your loved ones a little tighter and take the time to take time, as we never know when it will be our last opportunity to do so. I hope, as tragic as this outcome turned out to be, that this will carry on so that we are able to help the next family like we did here. Thank you.
At this point, we mentioned earlier, you guys are free to use anything that we've shown in this video in your own news reporting. We'd also like you guys to take consideration that we are fielding a lot of requests for interviews. We will process them as we do get to them. Again, we thank all of you for putting us in this position. It wouldn't be possible without you. I know we say that enough, but at the end of the day, we're just normal guys put in the position by you. Without your support.
Didn't you see the license plate? The license plate was completely upside down. You can see the car in the sonar completely upside down.
Well, you know, none of this would be possible. So thank you. I think maybe we have a few questions that are coming in right now. If we can field those from Jared, who's on there, we can add a few.
Everybody's saying it's an accident. The police have not ruled it was an accident yet. If the police believed it was 100% accident, they would have ruled it an accident already. They have not done that. There's a reason they haven't done that. Could they come back tomorrow and say it was an accident? Absolutely. But I don't think they're convinced it was an accident. So everyone who's running saying it's an accident, when the police come back and say it was an accident, I'll move on and I'll say you're right. But they haven't done that yet. And there's been a lot of times that they will rule something an accident immediately, and they have not done that.
Bit more information on this before we end it. Give me a second, guys. Please be patient.
There you go. Mental health, emotionally trying.
You know, I'm always focusing on our team and our mental state, our emotional state. This is Nick's first solved case that he's been a part of. Devin, as well as Kevin, and we focus on the positive. As tragic as this is, you know, I always drill home to these guys to focus on what we're doing. We're providing answers for families. And we're helping law enforcement close cases. That's a positive thing. We can't allow ourselves, as professionals as we become, to get caught up in some of the other things that aren't going to benefit us to get caught up in. So we're focusing maintaining our mental focus on the positive aspects of what it is that we do, which is providing answers.
Is there annual membership?
Yeah. Again, please, I'd like to encourage each and every one of you, if you have not done so already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free. Any more questions? Again, this is servicing as a press release debrief. This is not a fully edited episode. Again, we could not release a lot of the details right away due to the climate surrounding this case. It is an ongoing, active investigation by the FBI, Placer County Sheriff's Department, and Nevada County Sheriff's Department. Please respect that they have to do their job. They have a lot of work to do, and the official identification of Kiely will come in the next few days, I'm sure. That will be made from the medical examiner. Please keep the Kiely family, Kiely Rodni's family, in your hearts, in your prayers. This is a healing time for them. Please respect that. Send them all the good vibes that you can. They need this in this moment.
Again, right there, you can see the car upside down. No, that's not me that's muted, it's them. All right, now let's take a look at some dumbest people I've ever seen in my life, and that would be the police. And the reason I say that is I figured out the math on Zavgirl's channel. Okay. On average, now I'm not a big math whiz, but on average, I'm sure there was a lot more, but salary-wise, based on what they make per hour, breaking it down based on Google, there was about $438,000 in salaries that were the last 2 weeks. That's not including equipment. That's not including the FBI. I'm just talking police salaries with the 250 police making base salary for the hours that they said was like 17,000 hours. You are looking at a total cost of $437,000. Plus all the machinery, the dive teams, and all that. To figure it's going to be $2 million. For that $2 million, they can get the sonar that AWP has and not even have to worry about this again. They're complaining that AWP's sonar is so expensive, but it's not any more expensive than $500,000 for 2 weeks' work. And I just found the press conference completely embarrassing. And I'm going to go ahead and play it. Yeah, volunteers do it in an hour. That's my whole point. It was cringeworthy. I agree. Where's the press conference? I don't want to watch someone else's YouTube. Does someone have an actual link to the press conference that's not someone else's YouTube?
About a minute and a half or so, and we'll get this started for you. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Shannon Moon. I'm the sheriff of Nevada County, and appreciate everyone's response and being here today to get some more information into our investigation We have been working with the family and really since the very beginning trying to make sure that we focus on all of our efforts being for the family. And at this time, you know, last night we did receive some information of the recovery of the vehicle that we've been searching for, and it was located inside the Prosser Lake. It was located within a search zone that we have been searching since the very beginning of our operation. We were very fortunate that we had the assistance of a volunteer group, the Adventures with Purpose, that came out with some very specific expertise and were able to help us in locating the vehicle that we had been searching for several weeks. It's at these times that we really want to recognize the reason why we're all here, and that is for this family. We've said that from day one with our staff, the incredible amount of collaboration that we've received from our partners in this region. You know, clearly being a mountain town, we're used to having great collaboration, knowing that none of us have enough resources to go around, but when we all work together, I think it is an incredible show of how committed all of our agencies are for our community here. Working hand in hand in unified command, joint command with the Placer County Sheriff's Office, the folks from the California Highway Patrol, the Truckee Police Department, and our friends from the Federal Bureau of Investigations. The amount of effort that all of these agencies put together really truly is why we're here today. And as we eliminated a lot of tips and information that was coming in, I think it's very important to understand that all of that work did lead us to this time. And being able to focus on the services that we provide to our families here that are impacted. We've recovered the vehicle. We recovered the vehicle last night. We have located a decedent inside the vehicle.
So Dave, since you're almighty, please tell me what I'm saying that's wrong, and take a link and tell me what I'm saying that's so wrong, because there's not a fucking thing I've said that's wrong. So carry on. But I'll give you the chance to take a link and tell me what is so wrong with what I'm saying.
We believe it is our missing person. We have not been able to positively identify, but it's more than likely where we are today. And we wanted to make sure that the family had all that information first. The last thing we want to do is have them learn information outside of our team. So I think that is one of the points that I really want to make sure that our communities know, and the folks that are watching today know, is truly how committed we've been throughout these last few weeks in coming to this resolution. It's still an active investigation, and I understand there will be, and we will continue to receive lots of questions regarding our investigation, and we will release what we can. But at this time, our commitment is to this family, and that is where we will consistently reach for making decisions on what we release. And again, it is still a very active investigation. So again, I appreciate everyone being here, getting this information out. It is, the reason why we're here is because of the community support and the amount of work that was put into this investigation to where we could clearly identify very specific areas to search. The Adventures with Purpose folks did just a fantastic job at being able to locate the vehicle as quickly as they did, based on, again, a lot of heavy lifting that the folks behind me have done throughout the last couple of weeks. So I appreciate everyone being here, and we'll open up for some questions.
I'll go first.
Yes, ma'am.
What agency called in a venture with purpose, and when did you decide, if it was you guys, that we needed this extra help?
Captain Sam Brown from my agency will be happy to answer this question.
Yeah, thanks. The question was, is which agency requested? I'm not exactly sure that an agency had reached out and requested from within our unified command, but
Dave, at no point did I ever say that all cars flip over. Never said it. What I did say is that I looked up her car. Not all cars, her car.
as everybody's reading online and seeing all the information that was coming out, and we realized that there was an interest from Adventures with Purpose, we did link up that group with Sergeant Mike Powers with the Placer County Sheriff's Office. They had lots of communication as they were going to be.
I never said a fucking thing about the body, Dave. Ever. Show me one more thing that you don't know how to fucking hear and you're gone. Show me something that I said, not something that you're making up in your fucking little brain.
Traveling to this area, and then a lot of detailed information that was shared that wasn't necessarily out to the public yet, that hopefully was of assistance to helping them locate the area to go to.
You said the car was found in the area where you've been searching since the beginning. What did the AWP...
My channel is growing just fine, Dave. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's a great question. That's one that everybody's going to have, right? Is how did we not find it when we were searching? The lake was extensively.
But if you want me to acknowledge you again, you're either going to pay me or you're going to join membership. Because that's the only way I'm going to fucking acknowledge your dumbass again. Just saying.
Search with side sonar, with an ROV. We had divers, we had swimmers. I think that's part of what we're going to have to go back to do and debrief. You know, when peace officers are out in the field and volunteers and searchers, it doesn't mean that they're experts in the field, right? These are sometimes ancillary duties, and we're calling from other agencies to try to jump in. And tracking underwater is an extremely difficult thing to do. So I think part of our debrief on any of these situations is how do we figure out to improve our services, work on our resources and the way that we use them. A lot of this equipment is high-end, very expensive, and you really need to have a lot of practice and expertise. And I think that's where a group like Adventures with Purpose is able to focus and practice those skills and really hone them. And so we're appreciative that they were able to come out and locate it. I also don't want to take away, though, from anything from our volunteers as well as law enforcement that have been out there. I mean, we literally had people swimming in the water looking down so that we didn't disturb the ground initially. You know, my understanding is the vehicle was upside down. That also makes it more difficult. And if silt and things come up above, that can also make things difficult. So before I really can say, hey, why we weren't able to do it, I also could say that we eliminated a lot of areas that we would still be searching if we didn't have all the great people out there. And that helped give them some guidance as well, I think. But clearly their expertise in diving and their equipment that they brought to the table assisted us, and we appreciate that.
Did they specifically have any specific technology that all of these 16 law enforcement agencies didn't have?
I'll have to debrief with them before I'd have the answer to that question. I believe we're going to try to do that today.
Adventures with a Purpose has referenced red tape a couple times, saying they don't have the red tape that maybe your assisting agencies have. What is that red tape, and why might it be easier for a private organization to do this?
I don't know exactly what we're talking about in regards to red tape. I think that from the very beginning, we never deterred anybody.
Let me just say this one last thing. Dave, I never mentioned anything about the body. You made a comment how I'm not telling the truth about anything. You have yet to tell me what I said that was wrong. You have yet to say that. You've made up shit in your own head, but you have yet to tell me what I said that was wrong. You're just like every other fucking idiot that tells me I said this and I never said that. Of course a body can move. She obviously wasn't wearing a seatbelt, which is why she was in the back. Nobody is arguing that. Nobody even said that. Not one person, and I certainly didn't.
Other than certain scenes that we closed off at times that became areas of interest and we wanted to protect for evidence. So I don't know that there was any red tape ever put on this. I mean, if you look at the amount of man hours that went into it, it was like over 15,000. And I know it's even higher than that now. I don't think there was ever red tape. There were maps created for civilians to be out. The boat ramp in the lake were never actually shut down because the way we were looking at it is more eyes out there, the better off we're going to be for finding Kiely, and that was continually the goal. So I'm not sure that there was ever red tape. I think it comes down to lots of factors, and like I said, we're going to debrief and try to figure out how do we become better and do a better job at these types of operations.
Why did agencies believe it was an abduction at first?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of miscommunication. I don't know that it was ever labeled as an abduction. I think that you can never take that off the table. And so as we talked as a command group and unified command with all my partners that you see behind us, you couldn't remove that off the table because we hadn't found her. And so, that was some of the struggles with some of the services that we wanted to obtain and things we wanted to do, but we couldn't say it wasn't an abduction, but we also never said that it was an abduction. I think that was clarified fairly early on. But we also probably wouldn't have received all the services and all the people if that wasn't an option. If this was truly a search and rescue mission, we may not have had all the resources to conduct interviews. I think they identified over 400 juveniles, and to be able to interview all those folks and provide feedback off of all that, it takes an army of people, and I think we were lucky to be able to put that together between my partners and agencies that are right behind me.
Did any of the juveniles, anybody mention a car going over the side, a car in the water, out of all those?
I don't believe that statement was made, not to my knowledge.
Was there any indication that this was an accident or foul play?
That's still being investigated. If we'd like, we could turn it over for CHP can give some information. They are conducting the accident investigation utilizing their MATE team.
Good morning, Josh Ellers, Assistant Chief with CHP Valley Division based in Sacramento, of which Truckee's a part of. I can confirm that our department is conducting a fatality traffic collision investigation. We're harnessing all of our resources, working with all of our partners here. As you see, we're utilizing our MATE team, our multidisciplinary accident investigation team, to harness more data from the vehicle that was recovered. We've utilized all of our air resources to map and video and take photographs of the area in question. And that's currently ongoing, so I can't comment on the nature and details of that investigation, but I certainly appreciate all the partnership that we have here with our local county and state partners, and we'll continue to assist in any overarching way that we can as an agency.
Do we know how close the vehicle was to the actual party site?
I don't have the exact location in terms of distance, but it was relatively close to the area in question.
Like a few hundred yards or half a mile?
I couldn't say. I haven't seen the exact data and the mapping. That's still ongoing.
Did many partygoers leave by the same route?
This is, I can't comment on all of that, but what I can tell you is, and I think it's been discussed, is this is a very popular area. There's a lot of foot traffic, a lot of vehicular traffic on and off road. So certainly crisscrossed and a lot of extensive movement in that area continually throughout this time of year, certainly.
Is there any suspicion that it could have been another car who maybe hit this car, or was it a one-person car situation?
I don't have that information that I could comment on at this time. What I can tell you is we'll do a thorough investigation. We'll take every bit and piece of information that we have, including what's already been provided to us, and we'll reach some conclusions that will be provided to the parties of interest at that time. Thank you.
Before Adventures with Purpose went out there this weekend, when was the last time that we had swimmers or divers from any of these 16 agencies out there searching that area?
I'd defer back to the Nevada County Sheriff for that question.
Yeah, I would say that we actually have had divers, not necessarily in Prosser, but in lots of bodies of water up until even the days that they were there. There were many ponds they were following up on Coldstream, as well as other bodies of water. So I don't know that dive teams ever discontinued. It was more of trying to still...
Guys, I don't have their link. Go to their channel. If you want to donate to them, go to their channel to donate.
Follow up on all of those things. And I believe Adventures with Purpose also had been diving at other lakes as well within the area.
Is there any time frame from the time that Adventures with Purpose started to how long it took them to find it?
You're talking on Prosser Lake specifically?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was relatively quickly, but I don't have an exact time. Again, we're going to have to debrief with them, figure out, between putting equipment down, getting in the water, and identifying where the car was at.
Can you talk about what happened last night in terms of taking the car out? What kind of law enforcement was there, and what happened last night?
Yeah, I think most of the law enforcement partners you see behind me were present during that time, trying to do the best they could for ensuring that everything was done correctly, and also trying to add some levels of privacy to the best of the ability in in worrying about the family and ensuring that they were covered as well. But I mean, beyond that, I don't know what your specific question is asking. But
Logistically, how do you get a car out that's offshore? How does that happen, and then where does the car go? What happens? What happens from last night to when you arrived to today?
Yeah, so once the car was located, dive teams were assembled. I believe Placer County was probably still the primary dive team. They have to use lots of devices to lift the car, turn it over, and then the use of tow trucks was what made it possible for pulling the vehicle out of the water. And the vehicle is taken down. The FBI has offered up assistance and are going to be helping to conduct investigation regarding the vehicle itself and making sure that we don't miss something that may be in there that we're not aware of.
Are you guys confident the car was in the water since the night of the party?
I have no reason to believe that it wasn't, but you know, until we have those answers, I wouldn't know the answer to it.
Can you just clarify as far as what teams had been in that area before Adventures with Purpose, if any, on that specific, on Prosser?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost so many that it would be hard to link out between the different teams. There were numerous boats, Yuba County, Alameda, Nevada County, Placer County, swimmers came from Washoe County. We had divers from every single one of those agencies and then some. I mean, it was a vast amount of people. And I would just say, unless you've conducted these types of searches and try to do it, it does take a level of expertise, and nothing's perfect. You know, when you fly a helicopter over the air trying to identify if something is there, most places give that less than a 5% probability of detection, meaning if you flew over, you only have a 5% chance of seeing something. You had trees and brush and bushes and dirt and all these other things, and it becomes a pretty difficult task. Even though once you find the answer, on hindsight, everything looks 20/20, the reality is it's not that simple. It is pretty complex and it's tough. So again, we're just appreciative that the resources came out and were able to help us in locating it.
Were there signs that the person in the car tried to escape?
I think that's too preliminary for us to be able to determine that at this time.
Was there more than one body in the vehicle?
No, there was not more than one body in the vehicle.
Describe the difficulty of what water does over 2 weeks to evidence.
It depends. That's a complicated question. I'm not an expert in water. However, temperature of the water and things like that come into play. But it can add difficulty based on many factors that can cause damage to, obviously, things that we want to look at to investigate, but also to bodies that may have been submerged for a period of time.
There likely could have been tire tracks or some type of signal that a car did go into the water there. Did rain impact that? Did this heavy activity in the area impede seeing those signs?
I think everything's a factor, but again, that's where we rely on the mate team from CHP to come in with their expertise and be able to provide some of those answers.
And it seems that Adventures with Purpose have pretty sophisticated equipment. Is this something that the agencies here have or you all still need?
Yeah, I'll have to debrief with them to figure out what equipment exactly they use to see if it's items that we have or if it's a matter of training with the items that we have. So until we talk to them and know exactly what they used and how they went about it, I wouldn't be able to answer that correctly.
They also said the car was 14 feet deep. Did y'all go that far to look for the car?
Yeah, some of that information is sometimes deceiving. So yeah, the car was reported at 14 or 15 feet. However, the water level since the 6th has also dropped a vertical 3.5 to 4 feet, which could be 20 to 25 feet off of shore. So a lot of things have changed in those aspects. Until we really can look into all that information and sort through it, it's difficult to say whether those factors had a play in it or not. I think it's still more important for us to debrief, look at training, look at equipment, look at tools, and look at outside entities that.
So honestly, you know what I heard out of that? I heard it could be 20 feet under, and that's our excuse for not being able to find it. So we're sorry, but yeah, we're going to make an excuse that we can't find it based on the fact it was 20 feet under. I just heard a total excuse.
That are experts, where this is maybe their full-time gig that they do, and try to see how we have that involvement from the community to come out and help support.
At this time, can you tell if there are any signs of foul play?
At this time, we're not going to be able to say anything like that.
It's been said that people were drinking at the party that night. Was anything found in the car that could lead you to believe that she was drinking that, where the person found was?
Yeah, the investigation's ongoing, so we're not going to be able to comment on that.
It seemed like where they found the car, it might have been pretty far from the road. Do you have suspicions that maybe the people were parking on that little island?
I wouldn't be able to comment on that either unless somebody gave some statements to that. I hadn't heard any information like that, though.
Do you have any theories as to how the car got in the water, and also what gear was the car found in?
I think if I make up theories, then I'm just guessing, and I'm going to lead us back into a trail that's not certain. So we'll wait until we have those facts and details. And as far as the car, we're not going to release any information until we've done a solid investigation on it.
Who received the first call from Adventures with Purpose, and what was that call like?
I don't know that we received a first call. I think we reached out to them after we read it online. And so I'm not sure, you know, I mean, again, with 150 law enforcement officials, it's possible that a call came in and something happened. But from the Unified Command and talking with my partners, none of us were aware of an initial. So we tasked the investigative sergeant with contacting them and reaching out. So I believe, best I know, we did that proactively on our end.
And they contacted the family?
I think there's still some sketchy details on exactly how that contact went out. So I don't want to speak on behalf of the family.
What was it when you heard, you personally, when you heard that they might have found the car? What went through your head?
Well, I think what we all are thinking, which is hopefully this is true, and we got a lot of work ahead of us to make sure that we still do right by the family. Our biggest concern is making sure that the family has been aware of everything from day one, and that we're not shielding them, but we're also not bombarding them with things. There's a lot of ups and downs throughout this investigation, a lot of emotional turns throughout the whole thing, and our goal was to make sure we're supportive of the family throughout this whole task and doing our best in that.
How long will an investigation into the car, maybe that's for Highway Patrol or FBI, how long does an investigation to look at a car take to figure out what may have happened?
I mean, I think there's a lot of factors in that. I don't mind turning it over to CHP and let them.
Because obviously we have a multifaceted investigation with multiple agencies, it can take time. You know, the FBI is working, evaluating the vehicle. We have to come in and do that. We want to allow them to work. We'll come in and examine data, examine the vehicle, have all of our investigators look at that car. So depending on circumstances, it can be several days, it could be several weeks. We also want to wait on other information related from the coroner's office and other things that all get compiled into a comprehensive investigation. So the easy answer is it could take a while.
All right, we've had an opportunity to hear from most reporters. Most have asked 2 questions. Is there anybody that had a follow-up question that they have not been able to ask yet? Go ahead, sir.
There was a report that Adventures with Purpose was told by police that they did not need to search Foster, or at least in the specific area where the car was found, because that had been extensively searched already. Is that true?
Yeah, I'd say that's probably not accurate. And we shared maps, ping information, and locations. And so we probably shared that was extensively searched and sonar was used, and that may add to the level of where they chose to go to first or last. However, nothing was prevented or shared, and I don't believe that we gave any indication that we thought we knew where she was at, because clearly from all of our daily press releases, we reported over and over again that we didn't know where she was at, and we needed anybody's help and assistance in finding that location.
But you were working in partnership with Adventure with Purpose?
Yeah, I believe that what ultimately occurred was that our sergeant was able to make contact with them, Sergeant Powers with the Placer County Sheriff's Office, come up with a plan and share information on where things were at. And so we're still appreciative, like I said, of them being able to locate the vehicle.
Will they get the cash reward for helping find the vehicle and the body?
It's not a question I'll be able to answer.
May I ask, have you been able to determine a cause of death, and will there be a toxicology report conducted?
The question was, have we determined cause of death, and will there be a toxicology inquest? Yes. Autopsy is scheduled for tomorrow. Toxicology results generally take 4 to 6 weeks for a return on those, and at that time we will provide that back over to Nevada County.
Does anyone from the family want to make any comments at this point specifically about this massive search and all the tips that came in?
Don't believe they do at this point. Yeah. So with that, we'll go ahead and wrap up the press conference. Thank you all for coming here today. We certainly appreciate it, and pay attention to both Placer County Sheriff's Office as well as Nevada County Sheriff's Office as we continue to share details as they become available. So thank you.
All right. I just want to know, did anyone see AWP's donation link from the police? Nope, sorry you didn't. We've dropped AWP's channel. If you choose to donate to them, you know how to do it. Go over to their channel and donate. They highly, recommend you donating to them, and they deserve it. So go right ahead, go over there and donate to them. I don't need you over here. But do me a favor, though. After you donate, come back and show me a receipt that you actually donated to them, so I know that you're not just some asshole coming in here. I'll wait for that, because I guarantee none of you that are coming in here asking me to drop it are actually going to donate. So just come back and show me the receipt. Thanks. Oh, I think they should be embarrassed, honestly. I really do. So there were so many things that I said on Zav Girl's panel that I can't even remember anymore. I was totally thrown off my game tonight, and I cannot even remember what I was talking about, like what I was going to say. No, Mike, all I said was when they donate, come back and show me the receipt. That's all I said. Whoop.
I'm doing something. Let the fucking dog in.
Her phone going off 12:33. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you. That is my whole point.
Let the dog in.
All right. So I'm going to drop a link. If anybody wants to come up and talk about the case, absolutely. So there's the link for anyone that wants to come up and discuss the case. Because then when I hear people, then I'll be able to feed off of it. Thank you so much, Annie. Thank you. And donations are definitely appreciated. We work hard. All YouTubers work hard. Put a lot of work into this. So we are funded by donation, so I want to thank you for that, Annie. And that's my other thing. Does anyone know if they're getting the reward or even the GoFundMe, or does it go to the family? Does it go to their equipment? What happens with that? Do they get Ryan's Hellcat? Like, I'm wondering about that. Do they get the reward? Is there... Not the one the mods put. Thank you, Marissa. No, I can't. I don't know how people get notifications for PayPal. I don't get them. Her phone turned off 12:33. Yeah, I don't believe Sammy's story at all. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that they say that they give the reward to the family, but I'm just not so sure that, like, if they need equipment and stuff. I don't know. Upchurch. Oh, he did offer the Hellcat to them today. I was wondering about that. All AWP rewards go to the family. Wasn't the reward only if... See, that's what I thought too, Coffee, that it was only if she was found alive. But I think Ryan was giving it regardless. Ryan says at the end of videos, he will be giving it to them. You think they'll accept it? I don't think they'll accept it. I don't know. For some reason, I don't think they'll accept it. Adventures with Hellcats. Maybe Ryan wanted to get rid of the car? That's what I'm saying. But it's still, I think it's a great offer. I don't know if they're actually searching or just sitting at their desk. They can auction it off and buy equipment. Ryan Upchurch. No, John, I don't know if they will, because there's who they going to give it to. There's like 10 of them. Who they going to give it to? Think about it. I don't know. I don't know if they'll take it. I really don't. Unless they give it to the family. You think that's possible? Maybe they'll offer it to the family? What are you barking at? But that's what I'm saying. If they give the reward money back to the family, I wonder if they'll give the Hellcat to her family, or they'll just have Ryan forget it. Why not donate what the Hellcat is worth? I don't know. I'm just saying, would they take someone's car? Thank you, John. Okay, I'm down to two true crime channels. This is one of them. Thank you, John. Sammy no, I don't think Sammy caused the accident. Because they don't need a $100,000 car. They have their own. Believe me, they make plenty of money. Even with all their equipment, they make plenty of money. There's an article in the Kansas City Star where they sued for a $100,000 reward. Okay. See, I think so too, Copper. I really do. I think there was foul play. Yeah, I agree with that too, Tom. And Tom, I want to thank you, by the way. I know that we started out rocky, but we seem to be on the same wavelength about a lot of things. I saw you in Zap Girls chat, and I was like, thank God, somebody with a brain. Somebody. So I want to thank you for that. Thank you, B Botanical. AWP, every episode donates to family. Ryan said live he was donating it and they could sell it. They use GoFundMe to do fundraising. Okay. Maybe he wants the updated version? Yes, AWP does want that reward. Hey, Bedwolf. Rough start. But seriously, though, like, what was some of the things that people were talking about in Zav Girls? Because all of a sudden, my mind went blank and I can't remember. But again, it's open if someone wants to come up. See what I mean, guys? Most people have people crawling to come up. Like, they can't get them up fast enough. Here, nobody wants to talk to me. Why is that? The wing mirror was broken on... Yeah, everything was broken on the driver's side, but not on the passenger side. The passenger side mirror was intact. Troll Network, don't even acknowledge it. Because I'm scary? Maybe. I guess so. I guess I am scary. But there's like so many things I want to talk about. And I'm totally like thrown off. No, I like Zav Girl. I really do. So I want to show a video from AWP to save people's lives. 6 seconds what you have. Yeah, that's what I was going to show. I don't think it was going fast enough to roll. But even last night, I was on a panel and... Hold on. I was on a panel and some girl who claimed to be a mortician who knew what she was talking about didn't even know that a body in cold water gets preserved longer. And like we were fighting. And then I looked it up just to double check that I was right. And yes, I was right. And I just don't get people. Like, don't argue with me. It's something that I know I'm right about, and I'm not right about everything, believe me.
This is going to serve as a press release.
Where is there video about how to survive in water? Does anyone know the name of their video? About how to survive in water? Who was the mean lady that kicked that woman off because she was talking about her son? Oh, that's Marissa. MGL. Where's this video? Yeah, if the windows are open, it sinks a lot faster. Tiamo's dropping it in chat. Oh, you know what? Thank you. Thank you, because she sent it to me. Yeah, I know they have one on their channel, but Tiffany did send it. So let me grab it that way. I know I was on their page. I didn't see it. All right. I thought she sent it here. Ugh. Thank you, Bee Botanical. Thank you. Nope, it said, oops, something went wrong. What happened? It said something went wrong. It didn't work. I don't think you have the whole link. Oh, they have two now? Do you know the name of it? Alright, I got it. I have one from April 2nd. Alright. We got it.
The vehicles that we find are upside down. What I'm guessing and what I put together is when they hit the water and they come out, they're semi-buoyant, but the wheels are rolling them and maintaining the control of what little buoyancy they have, and then they're dropping from the overwhelming weight, obviously.
I'm making this video in hopes that this can save at least one of my viewers' life. My name is Josh Cantu. I work as a videographer with Adventures with Purpose, and our job is to find people who are underwater in their vehicles. Now, as a husband and father, I am passionate about this video because most people think they know how to get out of a vehicle when it's in the water, but they are wrong. What we know is...
Tell me he does not look like Mr. Beast's child. This guy could totally pass for Mr. Beast's son or cousin or something. Or baby brother. Maybe baby brother. Looks like him, sounds like him. Any gamer knows who Mr. Beast is, but I'm telling you, that's exactly who this guy sounds like.
Is completely wrong.
Reaction time and speed are key for survival. A sinking car will not immediately submerge, which means there's a small window of opportunity to act.
So you may wonder, Why is it so difficult if you drive into the water to get out of your vehicle? It is almost impossible to break this window without a proper tool, and this video is going to teach you what you need to do, what tool you need to get.
An estimated 400 people die each year because their cars are trapped in water, and it turns out many of us are doing exactly the wrong thing in that moment. We roll up the windows and hope for an air bubble or call 911.
What you're about to hear are actual 911 calls from people in sinking cars.
Help me! I got fire department going. I don't know what to do. The car is sinking. It's to my right. It's up to my right. It's going down fast. I can't get out.
I'm not making this video to sell you one of these. I'm making this video because I have seen things on this channel. I have seen things being a part of this team. It is very, very sad.
Isn't that crazy? It's like his doppelganger. Thank you, Dave. It's like his doppelganger. Like, he looks just like Mr. Beast, like 15 years ago, 10 years ago.
Seeing somebody that tried to get out of their vehicle who was unsuccessful. It is very, very sad seeing all these accidents that possibly could have ended a lot differently if they had this knowledge. This isn't an infomercial. This is me saying I care about you and I want you to be able to give yourself the tools and the chance to survive crashing into the water.
A new warning. Every year, an average of 300 people drown in their cars, and authorities are now offering a different piece of advice.
We tested underwater car a few years ago. Episode got a lot of great...
Yes, if anybody wants to buy the tool that they're selling, it's only $7. Someone said you can get like 2 for $10. Tiffany's dropping the link. Very, very, very important. If you live near water or anywhere near water, you definitely want to pick up this tool.
Response, specifically because I didn't realize this, that is a lot of people's greatest phobia, is being in a car when it goes underwater.
Don't try to open the door. Water pressure makes this extremely difficult to do. And even if you could open the door, this would allow for even more water to come in.
Oh my God, it's coming up under the windshield. Wow, I can feel the pressure. All right, I only have a couple more breaths here.
After we aired that episode, we got a lot of new information about the fact that most cars, when they go in the water, they don't go in and then just sink. They actually go in and do what's called turning turtle.
If you want to order their merch, you go to their website. They have a website. That's where they sell their merch from.
They go upside down. And that episode is the scariest thing that's ever happened to me on the show.
The plan works to perfection as the car pitches nose first and then settles roof side down.
I'm gonna try and open it with my might. Ah! No. Okay. Stay calm. I did not expect it. Let me see if I can open this door. Ah, no. Okay. There's a lot to get caught up in this car, and my visibility's about to disappear. Here we go.
The car suddenly drops like a stone. It flips yet again, so it's back upside down. Remember that Adam's not wearing a dive mask, so his vision is even more blurred than this.
I absolutely had to partake of the onboard air supply.
That's where he's from, Mythbusters. I couldn't remember. I'm like, why does he look so familiar? Yeah, Mythbusters.
The car's turned over again. All right.
My air pocket was changing constantly. And when it finally started to lurch and go under at the end, it went really, really, really fast. I had about 10, 15 seconds of warning. You're in this super confined space. You cannot see anything. You lose all your bearings. I mean, I couldn't find the handles on the doors.
But Adam only got out with the help of canned air. So the myth that it's next to impossible to escape when the car turns turtle is confirmed.
But this isn't an accident. We're learning how to survive an emergency from the Indiana State Police.
Here's the headline you must remember. You have to get out of the car before it sinks. That means you likely have under a minute to get out. Speed is the key to saving your life.
The old way of thinking was that the only way to survive was letting the car fill with water before opening the door. Not anymore.
Unless you want that to be your final resting place.
You get out while the car is on the surface.
The first 30 to 60 seconds is when you have to get out of that vehicle.
That's leading researcher Gordon Giesbrecht, who says it's too late to try to push a door open when the car's underwater. So this Florida dive team shows what can be done.
Okay, guys, ready to go.
Let's start the clock in real time. A second after hitting the water, seatbelts off, then windows down. Within 8 seconds, both front seat passengers are out. Water now rushing in the back seat. Passengers scramble. In some cars like this one, rear windows won't roll down all the way. The escape is out the front. Everyone is safe, all in under 20 seconds.
Everybody's clear. It was very intimidating. The car went down quicker than I thought it would. I had a real inflow of water that I had to work against to get out, but it can be done.
Point is, everybody knew what they were supposed to do. Get your seatbelt off, open the window, period, and then get out.
It's simple, but crucial.
Quickly roll down your side window, unbuckle yourself, and climb out. If you were too slow to react, the water pressure could pin your doors and windows shut. That means you'll have to break a window. Don't try the car's front windshield, as it's built to resist impacts.
So go ahead and get yourself out through the windshield.
Oh my goodness!
And what if you were upside down in the water right now?
It's devastating
The
seeing
glass
how
is
hard
cutting me,
this
so
is.
I'm kinda-
Because, like we all know,
I'm not crawling through this window.
Seconds matter in these situations. I mean, you can clearly see. I mean, if you have to do this, obviously, survival by all means. But this is gonna get you into trouble. Go for the tempered glass.
When you're ready to attempt an escape, look for anything you can use as a hammer. If it's heavy and hard, chances are it could work. Next, aim for the upper right corner of the window. This is most often a window's weakest point.
A few months back, Jared, Doug, and I made a video at a junkyard demonstrating how to break a window. I brought my own knife thinking I already had the tool that would work to break one of these windows. And what I learned that day was absolutely shocking.
Okay, so I'm going to close this. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of advice as well. To properly break a window, it is best to actually pick a corner. Will actually break easier rather than the middle. But it's your tool that doesn't seem to work yet.
If I didn't know the information, I would go for the middle. So
go for the middle. I mean, that's why we're doing this, is so we can educate people on what works best. So
I was gonna say, so if I didn't have this, my first response would be an elbow, which sounds like a terrible idea.
Oh, I want to see you do the elbow.
I've seen you guys try to break windows.
You want to come over here and get your side?
Come on, Josh, with your elbow. Oh, Josh. All right, so you got your fancy little tool, 30 bucks. Oh, that's not working either, Josh. Try a corner. It's a sweet looking little tool.
Yeah.
I was really confident in it too,
But
just looking at it.
I'm also curious if this does the trick, because I pounded pretty hard on that window with that blunt force right there.
Oh, I
so
watched you.
If this pops it.
So you just put it against the window. Whoa, Josh!
Dang, man, that was
What do you
awesome.
think about that, Josh?
So, okay, besides the glass getting on my lap, I can definitely get my family to safety.
The day after that video, I purchased the window breaker that we were demonstrating from Adventures with Purpose, and I put it on my wife's keychain. This is my wife's keys. And this is probably, and hopefully she never uses it, but this is going to give me the peace of mind that if she is ever without me, with our baby, this is going to give me the peace of mind that if she's ever without me, with our baby in the back, and an accident occurs, I 100% know that she can pop a window and get out. The point of this video is just to say that this tool already exists. We have already figured out the need for this tool, and I'm just trying to pass this information along, that for under $10, putting on your keychain, this can A, give you the peace of mind that you have what you need to react.
And if you can't get the window down, you'll need a backup, an inexpensive window brake tool. All right. Take a look when I gave it a try. You don't have to be strong. Anyone can do it.
My pulse quickens. Always keep a sharp object or window punching tool like the one I'm using in the car.
His only choice was to take the air offered by diver Don, and Don had his own problems.
I reached out towards Don Best, who is upside down in relation to me, and he can't actually get out of his seat. He's, at this point, looking for a knife, which he's got, to cut his seatbelt.
My safety diver was actually pinned in his seatbelt and had to use a knife to actually cut himself free.
And if the car is upside down and your seatbelt is locking you in.
Okay, so seatbelt ripper.
Well, let's let him try with his first. So his seatbelt cutter. So let's ask, how much did you pay for your tool?
This was like 30 bucks.
30 bucks, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so he's fighting that. Let's give him this one. Let's see how easy this one is compared to the one that he was just using.
Alrighty.
Oh!
And even though most of you watching this will never need this tool, I would much rather you have the information and be able to have this on you and not need it than to be in a situation where you wish you did.
See, but here's the thing. I want to see it underwater work. They're not showing it working underwater. They're just showing it in, like, without pressure. I want to see it work with pressure.
So, we've been spinning a bad accident. The best thing to do right now is to not whatsoever panic. The first thing I know I have my tool on my keychain. I have to access it. I'm gonna quickly pull it off.
So I wanted to talk about one more thing, and that is a key fob or a keyless entry. Now, most keychains, like myself, the key goes in the ignition. So when you need your tool, it is right there for you to grab it, pull it off the little tab, and boom, you're ready to use it. Pop in windows instantly. If this was in the cup holder or, you know, your wife's purse and the vehicle flipped upside down, it's gonna go flying and you have no access to it. You're gonna be searching for it, and these are crucial seconds that you need. We're gonna take away the keychain from the key fob. I'm gonna take a zip tie and I'm gonna choose a spot in the vehicle where this is gonna be permanent. For my wife, I'm gonna put hers right here on her rearview mirror. Zip tied in place. That way, in an emergency, boom, pull this, ready to go.
I'm gonna use this seatbelt cutter very quick. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna bust this window. Get out of this vehicle and get away immediately in case it's on fire. Great, great.
You did great. That was less than 60 seconds. You were out.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a link in the description below over to adventureswithpurpose.com website and get yourself one today. It comes in different colors. This is Josh Cantu. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video helped.
Guys, don't hate me, but they did not show this thing working with water. They just showed it on dry land. How come they didn't show it underwater with pressure? Like, I don't get why they didn't show that. And don't hate me for that, but it just seems odd that they didn't show it underwater. They didn't show it if you were actually in the situation. So, I don't know. That's a little weird to me that they didn't show it underwater. So, but I also thought about something with Kiely. It was pitch black. They said that it was super, super dark and couldn't see anything. So she must have panicked. I have that exact one, and I will not show you underwater. Thank you, Constance. That's what I'm saying. The whole point was to show that it'll get you out underwater, in water. Show me where it works in water. No, I'm not saying it's a scam. I'm saying show me where it works underwater. Because they're saying get out of your car. Oh, I got you, Crimson. Crimson might be right, because they're telling you get out of the car before it goes underwater. Gotcha. All right, that makes sense. So it may not work once you're already under. Maybe after this case, they might make a new one. Now, think about it, though. She very well may have panicked, and it was pitch black. 16 years old, she may have just succumbed to her surroundings. I don't think she was going fast at all. Any accident? Yeah, but accident's not in water. I believe it totally works outside of water. Cracks your window on either. Yeah, it's for above water. I don't know. There's so many different things it could be. I don't know. And Rich, I'm not saying it doesn't work underwater. I'm just saying I wonder why they didn't show it working underwater. But Crimson may be right that they're just whatchamacallit? They're just showing it because you got to get out before you go underwater. Works even better underwater due to pressure differential on the glass. Then how come they're not showing it? Car needs to fill up with water first to balance the pressure. So, all right, is anyone coming up? You can open the door fully submerged. No, you can't open the door fully submerged. That's what they're saying. You can't. Yeah, once it's fully submerged, you're fucked. But that's what I'm saying. People naturally are going to panic. You're going to panic when you have complete blackness underwater, probably upside down. I don't blame her for panicking. If she did, I would have too. Sip it. I'm done with you. Have a good day. Oh, Zip It, by the way, why don't you come up here and show me the receipt that you donated? Since you've asked for it a million times, go ahead, come here and show me how you donated. The link's on top. Because I guarantee you didn't even donate to them. I don't know. Her car should have had airbags. The video I just watched said that you can't open the door once you're submerged underwater. So I don't know what video you just watched. Said once the water is submerged, you can't get out. You can't open the door because the pressure will keep it closed. She not only not how to get out, being that it was pitch black. So, you know, it's not like she even saw light. It was pitch black. I forgot about that, actually. Because, Mike, if someone's going to come in here running their mouth about donations, well, show me that you donated. Since you wanted the link so desperately, show me that you donated to it. That's why. Even if her headlights were on, how long did they last? I don't think they last that long. Yeah, she couldn't see anything. Upside down, scared, panicked, and pitch black. Like they were saying you can't see 2 feet in front of you, let alone being underneath. Guy said on a dark night, the water looked like the road. Interesting. Hey, Don.
What's up?
What's up?
Figured I'd
How are
stop.
you? I heard you were a good guy. I asked around about you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so I've got a lot of experience with water.
Okay.
I'd say 30 plus years.
Okay.
All right. You know those little things that break the window?
Yes.
Okay, they do work underwater.
Okay.
Because they're the metal tip that comes out. That is actually a closed, sealed system, and when that metal impacts that glass, there's nothing holding that metal tip back like water.
Okay.
So it's not like you're trying to hit it with a hammer through glass, because if you're doing that, physics is going to, the water's going to slow down the hammer.
Okay.
Versus a closed system with a steel rod in it that just shoots out and hits the glass.
Can you, since you know a lot about water, does it flip over? Does it automatically flip over? Does it sometimes flip over?
In most cases, they do.
They do. And doesn't matter how fast she was going?
No.
Okay.
Now, the speed would determine how far out the car would go. And it would also, I've got a Honda CRV myself, so it kind of helps me with this.
Oh, okay.
And here's another thing. I'm going to do a video about this tomorrow, but I figure I'd spill the beans now. Her car has a black box in it.
Fuse box?
A black box.
What do you mean a black box?
Like in an airplane.
Okay.
They can pull the data off her CRV and see what gear it was in, what position the steering wheel was in, what position he was sitting in, what seat. Like on my CRV, I've got sensors in my seats.
Okay.
So if I put a 5-year-old kid over in the passenger side front seat, I get a airbag warning saying that, there's insufficient weight over here, and if an airbag goes off, it could kill that person.
Hold on. Guys, the echo should be gone. There should no longer be an echo. All right, go on.
Yeah, so, there's, so they're going to pull all that data. They're obviously going to know what gear it was in when they pulled it out.
All right. Someone on another channel today said that he could tell, and he made perfect sense, but he was saying that he can tell from the way the tires hit the ground that it wasn't in neutral and that it was backing up. He could tell that it was in drive because of how hard it was for them to pull it out. But I don't know anything about that. I'm just going on what this guy said.
Okay. Basically what'll happen is, of course, it was upside down, so the divers had to go down there and hook up the cables to probably 2 axles. So like if the car is like this, you're gonna have the 2 divers come down and hook a cable up to each wheel on one side of the car. So when that tow truck starts pulling it, it's gonna pull that car over underwater.
Gotcha.
And then from there, they're gonna hook it to the back of it, and then it's gonna, as they pull, it's gonna straighten the it's gonna drag the CRV straight, and then they'll pull it up that bank. Now, as they were flipping the car back, over on its wheels, it could have broke the mirror. Of course, the mirror could have broke when it was flipping up over on, landing on its, and the lake that it was in, that is not a hydroelectric lake. That is a naturally draining lake. So the current in that lake, there's not going to be much current at all in it. Now, if it was a hydroelectric lake, when they started running water out that lake to generate electricity, you're talking about, 50,000 cubic feet per second. That's going to create a current. That's going to create a current. I'd say it's probably about 60 degrees under down there. Probably, yeah. Because you got to think we're going into August, and even the fish go. Even the fish, when I go fishing, you have to fish deep in the summertime because it's so cool down there at the bottom. Yeah, normally you have to fish about 20 feet in the summertime for the fish, because the fish is just too hot at the surface for them. So they'll go down to where it's 60, 70 degrees. Sometimes the temperature at the surface can be like 80, 85 degrees.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's wild.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, and I got something I want you to see here. Remember they was saying something about the sonar images?
Yes.
And now granted, I've been fishing for 40 years, but I don't have 40 years of sonar experience. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any at all?
No, none at all.
So we're talking 0 experience.
0 experience.
All right, I'm gonna do a test right here. Okay.
All right.
So if I put you on a police boat and had you look at this, okay, to say that we're looking for something down at the bottom of this lake, okay? I'm gonna show this to you, and you tell me if you can make out what it is, okay?
Okay. That's a bike.
Now, granted, how much experience do you have?
0.
What is that again?
That's a bike.
All right, hang on.
Looks like arrows.
Well, it's pointing to it.
Can you turn?
Looks like a barrel, but
it's a tire.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah,
I wouldn't think that was a tire. I would think it was like a garbage.
The one arrow is pointing to the tire. The other one's pointing to the shadow.
Oh,
Okay.
I see that. Okay. But I would have said it was like a garbage can.
Here is exactly what the scenario Kiely was in. I didn't get the feet. Anyway, this was like 16 feet of water.
Well, you can definitely see that's a car.
14.
That's a car that's right side up.
There you go.
Yeah, you can see the windows.
All right. Can you tell what these are?
That's a person.
A person?
Yeah, these are corpses underwater.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay, now, how much experience do y'all have again?
None.
I rest my case.
And I agree with you. The sonar that they showed, you could see a car. Like, to me, you saw a car upside down.
I did. I
All
sure did.
they would have to do was take a drone and put a drone all the way down, and they would have seen it. Even a basic drone that can go all the way down would have seen it.
Yeah.
There is a picture of SF Investigations. Now, people tell me that it's in the wrong place. I don't think it is. There is one part that he's going over, or I think it was his, but there's one part that he goes over. You can see something there. You may not be able to see what it is, but it looks like mud. Like it just looks like almost like smoke, but it's underwater, which means something may have crashed down there. And I don't know how they didn't get all this. I don't know how they didn't. I just don't. It's not rocket science.
I mean, I don't. When that guy doing the press conference was saying, when the reporters kept asking them, how did they miss it? And he said, well, we're going to have to go back and ask the guys, how did they miss it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how do you miss that?
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you miss that?
I agree.
I agree, yeah. Fully, yeah.
I mean...
And, hold on.
were these guys like blind?
The police not only searched Prosser Lake, they even told AWP that they didn't need to search
it makes me wonder, what in the world, because even watching that woman stream, it seems like she was right over that point, but of course she took that video down, so I can't say that for sure. But watching that drone, you could clearly see like a reflection and a shape.
And they, hold on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it was me, because I'm working two different mutes. They told AWP that they didn't have to search there, that they had it covered. They've been there 3 times. There's nothing in there. And AWP said, well, let us do that. Let us be sure, because she's not showing up in any other lake. So let us check. And they did. And that's when they found her.
That's because they've had to deal with that before.
Yep.
I've seen them tell families, we will tell you 100%. If they are in here, we will find them.
Yep.
And I've seen them do it, and I knew there was a possibility, but I prayed for hope. Maybe she'll, we'll find her safe, but.
And I'm all for law enforcement, but if I'm going to give you $20,000 for a sonar, train the people how to use it, man.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes. Training. A lot of these cases come down to training.
But it's not, I don't even know if it's training as much as equipment.
Well, and that helps too, right there.
Well, I'll be honest with you, even a 10-year-old sonar would show up details like that.
But that's what I was going to say. Is there different levels of sonar? Like, does AWP have something that nobody else has, that the police departments don't have? Or is it like you can get a $10,000 drone, or you can get $100 drone, and they will do different things. So that's why I'm wondering if they, if that was
their
the
equipment
case.
is far way more advanced than what the cops have. It is.
Well, the cops should have decent equipment.
But you would think, we kept being told she was drunk. It's a crash. You would have thought, okay, this is where her car was parked. They would have, I don't know. It's sad, but it happens so much where they miss these things. And these answers, Kiely's lucky on the one part that, she was able to be brought out of that water.
You see this right here?
Yeah.
What's that say?
Deeper Pro Smart Fish Finder under. Oh, because it's sonar.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
What you do is you put that on your fishing pole, or you can hook that to your kayak,
And you find where the fishies are.
Well, you can find bicycles, you can find cars, and look how much it costs.
Yeah, 149.
Well, that's nothing.
But that's what I'm saying, though. That's kind of like the comparison of a drone. Because, like I've said to my daughter today, I want a drone. I have no idea where I would put it, what I would do with it, but it looks like it's fun to fly. But
Yeah.
I don't need a $10,000 drone to do that. But like SF Investigates, you can tell his drone is top notch. Will his drone get more stuff than my $50 drone? I'm sure it will. So I think that's the difference, though. Maybe.
I was going to show you something else too.
See, and Tina, I agree with you. The FBI should have definitely had the equipment.
You see what that is? Hold on.
Magnet fishing.
Oh, hold on. Where did it go? Hold on. I touched the screen. Hold on.
Fishing magnet with a hook.
Yeah, fishing magnet. That'd be
Okay.
kind of neat.
If they'd have run a fishing magnet over that car, bam! They'd be like, "Whoa, holy
Yeah.
crap! Dude, that's something heavy right there. It's metal."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
$40.
how would...
They could have drug a magnet on the bottom of that lake.
Yeah, but that's a big lake. So they would have... That's a big-ass lake. So they would have had to be... How would they put the magnet all over the place? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but you would think that you would have key locations. That
Yeah.
you know, okay, we'll look here because this, you know, maybe she went in slow. And you would start from, you know, going out the shore towards an area that looked like they crashed, or, you know,
well, what you do
I
is
know
you
it rained after. I did see a video where somebody went down there and it was raining. So things could have been covered up a little bit, but it just seems like you would have a little bit of an idea of where to check.
You take the boats, you put that magnet on the back of those boats or on the side of them, okay? And you go up the bank, parallel with the bank. Now these got 50-foot ropes on them, so they'll go all the way down to the bottom. And you go at 5 miles an hour parallel to the bank up that lake.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that's not how you find it. What you do first,
but you're eliminating.
Yeah, first you send the sonars up through there, okay, and then you go okay, and those sonars have a button on it. It'll drop a pin with the GPS coordinates. So, like if you see something that looks like a car, you can put a pin right there, or just throw a float up, a buoy out there to mark it. And then just keep going, and every time, and then you can have a guy behind you with a magnet and a kayak or whatever, a boat, a little John boat, go by it with a magnet, and if it jumps and sticks to something, then hey, we got to check that out.
Yeah.
It's as easy as that.
I agree fully. I mean, great caller. I mean, great information, because that's what you're thinking about at this point is, yeah. How and why is this happening, and how can we make it stop? Because like I said, Kiely's case is lucky. They don't normally come out and help eat, and they couldn't, they're a 6-man team. There's a lot of missing kids out there that could be floating in water that their parents have no answers. And as a mother, I do not want to lose a child. It would destroy me. But
I agree.
I would want to know. I wouldn't want to sit there and have to wonder every single night. At least at that point, I could mourn.
I agree. I said the same thing, that I would much rather have a child that's gone than a missing child. A missing child would drive me insane.
Oh, God. Well, look at what Kiely's done to me. I mean, and, Gabby's case, I felt it so much. It was just like I knew what had happened to that poor girl. And he couldn't even man up when he put in the notebook. That was amazing. But, you look at these young girls and the things that are happening. There was a girl the other day being prostituted out by CPS, a social worker. What is going on with our kids? And these cops definitely need to, start watching these things closely and going, okay, we have an idea and we're going to help you do this. because so much money is wasted.
Absolutely.
It's wasted.
Yep. That was my point earlier. They spent on salaries alone close to $500,000. They could have gotten really good sonar equipment for $500,000 and had a quarter of the manpower. But it does make you wonder how many other people are underwater. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Oh, have you been reading about the Lake Mead?
Yes, that they're pulling out bodies.
Left and right.
I heard about that.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, seen some of that. Wow. It's just crazy because so many families sat there and, you know,
Alexis,
how many sleepless nights?
Alexis, you're not on camera, but just prove that it's you. Say something.
My phone's going to die. I'm going to go put it on the charger and listen. You guys are awesome.
Thank you, Barbie. I'm glad you came up. Yeah, there
It's
you go.
me.
Hey.
Bye-bye.
Have you heard me before?
Yeah, I just want to make sure it was you.
It's me.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I can put you back on. All right.
Okay, thanks. No, I wanted to say about the FBI, and they probably have technology. It's FBI, but when it's one person missing, they don't wait. I hate saying waste resources on one person, but they don't.
You're right, but
You know
they
what I
were
mean?
brought in for that specific reason.
I know, but when it's one person missing versus 10 or a big bust, that's when they use their resources.
Okay.
Yeah, when that one officer said that the FBI is analyzing and looking at the car, that said a lot to me right there because, you know, during like an interstate crash, whatever, how many times does the FBI look at that data?
I don't know.
There's a reason why the FBI is looking at Kiely's CRV.
Yeah.
And because let me tell you, the state police has got the technology to look at that data.
So what do you think happened?
Who, me?
Both of you.
My opinion is it is a bigger deal. I think there's a lot involved, but I think what it comes down to is a drug ring, like people smuggling drugs in, people at a party, and they come and they're selling these drugs. I don't think they gave it freely, to be honest.
Yeah.
And or just giving drugs at the party. And I think what happened was Kiely got it's weird, okay. Sammy kept saying, oh, we drank from the same drink and we were swapping drinks. Why did she need to mention that?
I said the same
Clue
thing.
number one, that was weird. So I think what happened was she either got slipped a drink or she got something and she OD'd. And that's when the mass exodus happened at 12:30 when all the cars peeled out because she OD'd. And the three people, I'll say three, I'm just guessing, maybe Sammy, maybe Roddy, I don't know, stayed behind to get rid of the car and her because everyone panicked because they'd all know they're getting shit.
See, and
Make sense?
that's why the theory of somebody bumped her and she went rolling in makes sense. Because
Yeah, that's exactly what I feel happened, and that's why I think Sammy seems sketchy. That's why I seen Ronnie. I don't know the Ronnie thing, but the cousin thing is weird. I don't know about the Exanime girl. Like, I don't know. That's weird, but I'm not going to go even down that rabbit hole. But I do think that someone doesn't want to go to jail for doing something dirty, and everyone ran away real fast, and that's why they said don't tell authorities this, you know, when they came out and said don't tell anybody this, you know. And it was a team meeting and it was all secretive, and Sammy had to be the one to get all the leads.
Let me clear something up though. Let's just wipe this clean. When Ronnie first called, I am one of the few people at the time that said I don't buy his story. I think he's full
I never
of shit.
did.
And
Nope,
I
never
said
did.
it
He
publicly
slipped.
that I don't like this guy's story. He sounds like he's lying.
He slipped.
Yeah, but now fast forward to Ryan's team who looked up. Now, I never liked Zanime either. But let's fast forward to Ryan's team who looked people up. That Zanime that they looked up is not the same spelling.
No, I get it.
It is a different person.
No, I know.
That Ikmel was not Ikmel. That is not him. And sometimes Google will do that. They'll put pictures for things that don't match the name. That was not Ronnie. So, although I don't like Zanime, never did, don't care, didn't believe Ronnie in the first place, there is no connection. And Ikmel is definitely not involved. But there is no
I agree.
connection.
What I think happened was, and sorry, Ikmel, but I never did follow him, so I don't even have him on a personal level to feel bad or good about. And I'm not going to bash him at all because I know he has a lot of subs to me, but I will play like a middleman person here. What I see it happen was he had Ronnie, like there is that perspective that he had Ronnie call in for money. You know what I mean?
No, that's not true. Because Ikmel's not like that. Anyone that, and I try telling Ryan this, anyone that knows Ikmel that's just not him.
But why did he stick up for him so much? And why did he try to prove so much of a point that it's Ronnie?
All right, I can only give you the opposite of that. When this girl, Megan, called into Ikmel, also called into Gray Hughes. Me and Gray had a fight about it because I said, I don't believe her. He said, no, he went hard for this girl. And he kept sticking up for this girl over and over and over. And I couldn't believe that he kept sticking up for her. Why do you keep sticking up for her, Gray? Like, what's going on? They just were the exact same way. Like, and nobody's gone after Gray. Nobody thinks Gray and this girl Megan's involved. So I don't really know why people find it sus that Ikmel, went to a caller that just called in. There was no reason for Ikmel not to stick up for her, the same way Grace stuck up for this other chick.
This is what I'm going to say, though, is they were all adamant, both Exanime, or I don't know how to say her name, and Ikmel, about Ronnie being real, and that's fine. Like, they believe their callers because they have a little bit of a thank you for calling in, and they gave a lot of content, right? I get it. So they feel a little obligation there. So I kind of try to understand that. But then there was the fact that they were saying, like, I know Ronnie's real and blah, 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 and I know this. And sorry, I have distraction here, so I have to listen to my train of thought. But it was just the whole fact of, I forgot what I was getting at. It was just some of the things that Ronnie said in the thing. Okay, when Ronnie he slipped up a few times because he said, me and my buddies, and then he changed it to, oh, my cousins. There was a few things, if you watch it, that's what gets you a little sketchy because then he almost makes you feel like Ronnie was there. And where are these cousins? So I get what Ryan was saying because I saw it. Mm-hmm. I watched the video live as it happened. I went, whoa, whoa, whoa. You just said me and my buddies. Oh, man, me and my cousins.
I agree. And
so
I
that's
totally
where
agree
it gets a
with that.
little bit, okay, so why is Ikmel standing up for him so much? Did he not catch on to what we're all catching on to?
I think that...
And he was a hacker. I get a little bit nervous. That's all I'm saying. I'm playing like totally on the fence. Don't know Ikmel. Don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
but seeing it from that angle gets you a little bit like, who do you trust? And it's like Big Brother. Like, seriously.
No, I can understand it from that point. By the way, Don B, why'd you get down?
Oh, sorry. I probably overtalked him.
It's okay.
Get back up here.
But
that's the point I was trying to say. And there's a few more points, but
hold on, Char, who said that? What are you talking about? You went back and watched your videos and you said there was proof of a car not being there? I never once said a car wasn't there. Oh. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because to me, there was proof. Sorry, but there was proof.
And I do want to say, there's people saying Exanime said she was there at that party with the Spanish party. I do my homework, and I at the time I watched everything unfold. I watched back again, even though it's like, okay, this is old news. I did my work. She didn't say she was there. She said she got a Snapchat. So I will correct people on that, because there is people going, she said she was there. She never said she was there. She said she had a Snapchat.
Correct.
Video sent to her.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I see where the inconsistencies are, and where, like, it's like a telephone tag,
I agree,
you know?
But I want to kill the conversation about Ronnie because I really don't care. Like, the whole Ronnie thing has been dead to the ground.
Okay, it's all okay. I'll skip that. Sorry. Laura.
No. I'm just saying it has been talked about until I think we just can't.
I don't know how I got on that, but
it's just been overkill on the Ronnie thing.
Okay, we're done with the Ronnie thing.
Let me just say, it started out great, and then it just took too many octopus legs, and it just went in so many different directions.
Yeah. But my theory, what I called in for was my theory ultimately. I didn't mean to talk about Ronnie. What I think happened was when they said, and the cops even said, like, there was a mass, the cars left at 12:30. All of a sudden, there was like a witness saying there was a mass exodus at 12:30. I think something happened and she got OD'd, and there was a drug dealer and say two friends maybe who felt bad that they supplied it, and everyone else left, and they got rid of the evidence and pushed her in the lake. That's just the way I think. And that's why Sammy seems suspect. Like, and I hate to say that about an 18-year-old, but
see,
that's just.
I think with her lies, they saw a car go in the water. I do.
No, I know. I'm with you. That's what I'm saying.
Now, mind you, they may not have known who it was. It was pitch black. They could have had no clue who it actually was. And
I don't think it's pitch black when you got headlights from a car.
Not if the headlights were going the other direction.
No, but what I'm saying is, say she OD'd in the car from a drug that, say, Sammy supplied her. Why does Sammy keep mentioning we drank from the same drink?
Because
that's stupid.
To show that she wasn't roofied or something.
Yes. Why did she have to mention that? Okay. So then I think what happened was Sammy got drugs. She's 18. She got drugs from a drug dealer who was probably 24, 26, I don't know, and said, hey, try this. Sammy feels bad that she gave it to, she gave it to Kiely, and then Kiely ends up ODing, and then she ends up in her car.
Yeah, but we don't even know if she has drugs in her system. Like, that's
why. We don't know this yet. This is all hypothetical.
Yeah, but I'm saying that I don't want to put drugs in her system and figure that way until a toxicology report comes back.
Okay, we won't. But I'm talking about my theory, and we're all talking about the way.
Absolutely. I'm just saying that, I would much rather say Sammy's guilty of something because she lied so much than put drugs.
Oh, yeah, don't get me started on that one. But I you know what I don't agree with? Is going on her Instagram now that she deleted it, saying, like, death threats and stuff like that, like, until everything's out. Because, to be honest, we all don't know. And I think she's guilty, yes. And I think she's shady, yes. But there's that slim chance she's not, and she's still an 18-year-old.
I agree. Hold on.
And that's what scares me.
Be botanical.
Because my daughter's 22, and if people were beating her up on the internet,
I agree. Be Botanical agrees with you. She said Sammy put something in her drink, allegedly, and then they were disagreeing about time to leave. My opinion from Sammy bailed without telling her. Kiely driving, looking for her, calling her, drove into the water. Thank you, B. That's possible.
I think it's just as simple as that. But I do think there was like older guys involved with the big drugs. So Ryan was semi right.
Oh, no, I agree. I think, like, the fact that they kept saying there were drugs at the party is what is skeptical. Like,
and no pictures.
And not only no pictures, but why do you, like, your friend is missing. Why are you bashing her by saying that it is, that they were doing drugs? Like, do you expect them to do drugs? Do you expect them to find drugs when they find her? Like, I don't know, just little things
or
like
to
that.
say she would never drive drunk. No, Kiely was never like that. And then to say, oh, she was so drunk she drove home. Like, it's just everything that everyone's saying is contradictory. But then you only have a certain amount of friends that are saying anything, and it's all it's contradiction, like all over the table. You know what I mean?
Here's the other catch. Here's the other catch to it. Why did Sammy go to out of state the day that AWP was coming
for
in?
School, apparently.
But I heard she left California. Her
But
school
it was
is
for
Irvine.
school. That's what I heard.
But I just find it a little suspicious that she happened to leave the same day that AWP was coming. Coincidence?
I did too, but I had to put myself on the media, on the scale there and say, okay, she left for school. No one should just assume. And then she deleted her Instagram account, which, again, everyone's like, that's shady. But at the same time, she was getting like a lot of hate. So then at the same time, the police might say, hey, Sammy, shut it down. Like, don't have it. Or her parents, because they're in, I guess one's, what is a judge, or what are they? Her parents are like lawyers or something.
Her mom is definitely a lawyer, but this whole dad being a PI, the guy that's married to her is 75 years old. I don't and the Sammy that comes up is some like 22, so none of it makes sense. But I mean, her mom is definitely an attorney, or her grandma.
Well, it was proven she's 18.
Yes, but is her grandma, is this her grandmother or her mom? Because the woman is 60 something and the dad's 75. So that just seems weird to me too. Yes, she's going to University of Irvine.
Yeah.
But why didn't she ever shed a tear? Like, which was the other thing that was weird.
But here's the other thing you got to keep in mind. So she made it seem like they were best friends. Turns out they weren't. So she doesn't have that connection. So, of course, she was probably a party friend, like one of her other friends stated, party friends. So she's not has the feels for her. She's probably saddened. Like, if I were to take it from Sammy's innocent standpoint, she's probably sad, but she doesn't care about her because they weren't friends. Then you get a standpoint of, okay, if you have any hurt, you might want to, and then you want to be so involved. Why are you so involved then? Why do you want to head up the search?
I agree.
Question that one.
That's why I think they saw something. They just may not have known who it was. The father that's not even an active PI, a retired PI, is 75. I have a hard time believing that's Sammy's father. That's pretty old to have an 18-year-old.
Yeah. I just think it's all around weird, because if she wasn't that close to her and it's proven, then why does she want to be involved so much?
Hang on. One juror matters. Where did you see they all walked out? I didn't see where you can see anybody walking out. So where did you see that they all walked out? Hey, MJ. Alexis left me too. All right, I'm going to shut down StreamYards because I'm getting off in a minute. But Alexis and Donna and Barb, I want to thank you guys for coming up. Char, why are you so fucking negative? Everything with you is negative. Is there nobody else on that you can go be negative to? Every single comment you make is fucking negative. Did walk out with red face. Yeah, but where did you guys see this? I'm not saying they didn't. I'm just curious. Hey, Crime and Beautiful. I hope you feel better. Tiffany, you have Zoom? I just shut it down. Do you have Zoom? I'd rather use Zoom so I don't have to fuck with the microphones. Do you know what channel you saw it on? I just never, oh, it is on your YouTube? All right, I'll check it out. I know she wants to come up. Tiffany, you still have Zoom? They walked out before talking about body decomposing. Interesting. Oh, you're still in stream? Hold on. Oops. Hold on. You are? Oh, you're still in there. Oh, yeah, there you are. All right. Hang on. What's up, Alexis? All right, Tiffany here.
Hold on, let me close out of this.
No, you're good.
Hold on, now I gotta find it.
No, you're all right. Because now I'm back. They had wind down windows. Who? King of reading chat, Laura. Thank you, Be Botanical. I try. Xanax and beer is a horrible mixture. Yeah, it is. I'm assuming I think I still hate it. No, I have StreamYards up. It just, I have to fuck with the, so there's no echo. I gotta keep switching between both. Oh, the StreamYards link is on top. Just click the StreamYards link on top, Tiff.
God, I screw things up. I'm Jack in the Box.
It's alright.
I can't hear anything, though.
Oh, I had you on mute. That's what I'm saying. I have two, I gotta fuck with both mutes when I talk to you, but then when you talk back, I gotta mute this one, and I hate using it like this. But I didn't know anyone was gonna come up.
Oh, I dropped out by accident, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I was gonna shut down, but Tiffany said she
I
wanted to
know.
show me something.
I can leave.
No, it's alright. Yeah, I have StreamYards open.
I was just, my main theory was that there was drugs given and Sammy potentially was involved in giving the drugs, and hence why she said we shared out of the same cup, because she feels guilty that she gave it to her from the drug dealer. And then when there was the mass exodus at 12:30, everyone panicked because no one wants to be responsible for an OD.
Exactly.
And death.
Thank you, Beatlemaniac. And
That's all I
again,
have.
super chat, support the channel. It helps me out immensely. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess
I think I'm muted.
Tiffany said stay. Hey, Bobby.
I'm here.
I'm sure it's been asked. I apologize. When will they announce it? Oh, they said the autopsy is tomorrow. But I don't think they're going to get answers immediately. I mean, I think they can announce immediately if was there fluid in her lungs. But again, they
Am
have...
I here?
Yeah, I just had this on mute. One thing that people need to realize, they have not ruled it an accident yet. They haven't. If they thought that it was an immediate accident based on the car or whatever, they would have said it. So even they think something is sketchy. We need toxicology. And not only toxicology, we need to see if there's water in our lungs. If there's no water in our lungs, then she got ahead.
It's not accidental, because you would have just the local police involved. And Adventures with a Purpose, I've been following for like 2 to 3 years. And usually the local cops get involved. And if they're missing for 20 years, they kind of just solve it. The FBI doesn't get involved. But like with this, I think there's more to it.
It's too early to tell, though. It's only like that because they had so many people involved in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, water, exactly. Water in the lungs is pretty much all of it. Thank you, Troll Network. Thank you so much. Yeah, but that to me is going to be a huge, huge factor. If there's fluid in her lungs, then most likely it was an accident.
But her mom even said, like, she would call her, she would do this at 16. Okay, you make stupid mistakes, but if you're already programmed, and she had an intelligence of an 18-year-old, she already graduated, you would be smart enough to say, okay, I'm not going to drive. Like, I just would like to think, given the facts of what we've learned from her, I don't think she would have went from one extreme to the other, because she was supposed to be the D&D that night.
Yeah.
Like, and kids are rebellious. Yeah, they're going to test their limits. So someone slipped or something. That's just what I think.
Steve, you're right about she's been in water for 2.5 weeks, but they can still determine if there was fluid in her lungs prior or after. Because you have underwater bugs. You have bugs they'll be able to tell. You know, I'm sure her body was not intact. There's a lot of turtles I heard there that easily could have affected her. The locals up here are watching. Feel for Kiely's family, absolutely. Tiffany, where are you? Tiffany, hurry up. I've been on 3 hours. Yeah, you know, the seatbelt thing, I was thinking, could be she didn't have it on, or fish ate it. Not that they eat seatbelts, but you never know.
They do float in the back. A lot of, when you follow the Adventures with Purpose, they do, when they recover vehicles, a lot of the times the people are in the back.
Thank you, Mikey. Yeah, but that's because they weren't wearing their seatbelt, unless they are. Hey, Tiggy, you're here? It's been 3 hours, yeah.
Go to bed.
Hey, Tiva, moms want to believe their kids are smart enough to do the right thing. I agree with that.
Yeah. And I just wonder if we're ever going to get an answer, because she is 16, and the toxicology, I don't know if we'll know, but we will know if there's an investigation, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And I think that's what they're waiting on, too.
So that's all that matters, because I think, I truly think, but Sammy's 18. Say, hypothetically, because I hate to blame a girl if we don't have the facts, but say she was responsible somehow. She's 18. I don't know the state's laws. Like, can that be released?
Yeah. In an investigation like this, it can. Tiffany,
Okay.
Is that you? Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany!
I don't think that's Tiffany. Tiffany's StreamYard doesn't say TM.
I appreciate you having me on, Laura.
You're
this
welcome.
case has been crazy.
Tiva, Tiffany's thing doesn't say. Oh, it is you. Okay.
Whiskey's gonna kill me. I'm on here.
What's up, Tiff?
He won't care. Okay, so can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound a
it's
little low
Tiffany
though.
Marie. Hi.
All right.
We're
I just
old
don't
school
wanna crackle
people.
and pop. Let me know if I do.
You sound really far away.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Get out of your kitchen.
Hold on. All right, is this better?
Much better.
Okay. All right, good. So Laura, will you get on Google Earth real quick?
Yeah. Hold on.
Are you like cool with that, or
Yeah.
do you have time? Can she hear me? Can you hear me, Alexis?
I can hear you.
All right, she's on mute.
Yeah, I can hear. All right, I'm on Google Earth.
All right, so pull up this spot. And I can't see chat, I don't think, because you're on StreamYard, so.
Which spot?
Where they pulled her car out yesterday.
I believe it was here.
I'm not gonna be able to see your screen, right? Unless, let me try to do my other phone.
I believe it was right around here.
Put in, hold on.
No, I'm
Put in
almost
Prosser,
positive.
put in the family campground, and then just pull that right up on Google Earth.
I'm
but
there
I gotta go
already.
to your channel on my other device.
I'm there already.
All right, I had to pull it up on a different thing because, oh shit, I can't see your screen because I'm on StreamYard. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm
zoom
where
out.
they pulled
Zoom
her
out
out.
good enough that you can see the road she would have driven down. Go zoom, so move up just a little bit so you can actually see the road leading to where she came off the sand there. Go right over it. Up.
Oh.
Yeah, you got it. Keep going. Move closer.
I know, I was there. I messed up.
I don't like phone. I like it better on my phone, but hold on, I gotta mute for 2 seconds.
It was right around here that she was found. This is the road.
All right, so
This
wait,
is the
where did it
road.
go? Okay.
This is the road that she would come around. Guys, I can't see StreamYards at the moment. This is the road she would come around.
I wonder how much of a lag do you think there is from my screen?
But I'm there. I mean, this is the road. And this is where she was found.
Right there. So zoom in where they found her car. Like zoom in right where they found her car. Go right to that spot. Okay. So this is the thing. This is what bothers me. I won't talk about everything, but this is the one thing that bothers me the most is now if Kiely came driving off the center of that, it would mean to me, because it would make zero sense that if she was on the right-hand side of this little, what would you call that even, like a little island or something.
I agree.
But if she was on the right-hand side at a party, zoom up more so you can see the road and like actually the whole thing kind of, but up more. Because I want you to be able to see where the party on the left was and the party on the right.
Oh, no, I've been through those.
Well, this is what I want to say. Can you put the thing over the road? Sorry.
I can do better. I can give you a better picture. Hold on.
Well, you can, yeah, I want it to be aerial view though. Because what I'm saying is that, oh, that's perfect. That's perfect right there. Okay. If she was at the party on the right, she would have had to leave that party, go up and around to come back down, and then straight off of that.
No.
But if she was at the party on the left, did you say no?
Yeah, because her car, all the cars, hold on, let me get the other one. All the cars were lined up here. This is where all the cars were. Her car was allegedly right here.
Where allegedly?
Where
were they saying?
If you have to see my screen.
Where is your screen? Because I'm looking on YouTube.
Oh, hold on. All right, hold on.
I am watching you on YouTube, so I think I'm even a little bit behind you too.
All right. The circle is where her car allegedly was, and
you're not sharing though.
Yeah, I am. I am now.
Okay.
And the green mark where all the cars allegedly were, so she didn't have to drive down a road.
I still can't see it yet.
You can't see it? It's on there.
Mm-mm. No, I'm wondering if maybe you've got like a 20-second lag or something from screen to live panel. And I can see that. Whatever that is.
Yeah, you see it.
Okay, there you go.
All right. The green circle, that's where her car allegedly was. The other green, the other green is where all the other cars were parked. So she didn't have to drive far.
Who said that her car was parked there?
Tyler got it from somewhere. I forgot where he got it from. But the PI confirmed that wasn't where they were. When did the PI confirm this?
I don't know about all that though. All right.
Because this is right here, it's like where her car was.
But that hasn't been confirmed though, so I can't even go by that. Right? What do you think? I mean,
I have different opinions.
What are your thoughts?
What do I think? On one hand, I believe that she was hold on. That's where she parked during the party. That's what I was told.
I'm going to be in chat under my Sassafras account.
I am actually getting off in a minute. I've been gone 3 hours.
I can just hop down. I don't want to crash your live or anything.
No. I don't have a problem with you being up here. I'm just saying I didn't plan on being on this long. I plan on doing like 2 hours.
No, I know. Thanks for letting me come up. I just wanted to show you what I thought is odd in the whole entire thing. That's all. And it's really not a big deal. I haven't been like talking about her case, so I'd rather come here, you know?
I hear you. Now, as far as
there's so many people going live that I don't want to watch, and I was like, damn, Laura's isn't until like 9:30. I'm like, I hope I can make it. And I'm here now, so I'm like, I want to talk about it and everything.
Dude, I've been live every day about this case since it started.
I know.
Every
thank
day.
you for going live. I appreciate it.
But then it's gotten to the point, like last night, I was like, I got to talk about something else.
Laura, but do you see? So where on this map are you saying that Kylie's car was parked? To the left, if I'm looking at the screen?
The green circle. But I would rather get...
green circle up there.
Since people are saying that people never said that or whatever, that the PI said that, I want to discuss it with Tyler to find out first. To find out where he got it from. Because he showed it last night, and last night I remembered, but tonight I don't. It's my ADHD.
Yes, I can go on my own channel, of course, but I wasn't planning to do a live. I just wanted to come sit here with Laura for a minute, and I was folding laundry.
But I also think someone brought up a point today, which it keeps sticking in the back of my mind, that is it possible that somebody bumped her? Is it possible that somebody hit her, and that explains the mass exodus. That explains how she would go in the water at a slow rate of speed. And it just, I've been thinking about it all day. Because it was pitch black. And being that her seat was tossed back a little, and we can't see the front of a seat, could it have disintegrated in water? It could have. But the fact
where
that...
are you getting this from, though? Like, where, the two things that you just said, her seat being...
When they pulled her out of the water, you couldn't see the seat.
You couldn't see the seat. Well, that could be for other reasons. Like, that could totally be something that happened in the car while it was submerged.
Hold on.
Right?
Thank you, Tiggy. Thank you so much. The PI had no answers, really. Yeah, I didn't think so either. She did go in slow, Avery. She was too close to the edge.
I don't think she went in as slow. I thought she went in slow at first until I saw how far her car made it off that sand and into the water. And I know that it could have actually been pulled up, out a little bit farther. She was absolutely within swimming distance to land. It's the saddest thing in the world to me. But I do think it looks like to me like she was driving 40 right off that
No, I think if she was going that fast, her car would have been more messed up. Her car, her hood was fine. Her lights were there. Her lights weren't even broken.
Laura, I think it would do more damage going at a slower rate of speed because
it wouldn't have.
The car would be flipped. I think it would have done like a nosedive if it was going slower, as opposed to landing in water and then sinking. And that's why the car flipped and shit. It would actually make more sense, right? No, because you hitting the water at a high rate of speed is like hitting a cement wall. And the where she was, that could have been when she hit water, she could have floated for a bit.
It floats for a little while, but that could have been the flip. You have to remember that's a pretty big car. It's not like, a little Miata. That's a pretty long car. Right. So if it flips, that's going to be 15 more feet out. And she was only like 50 feet out. Yeah. So if the car is like 15 feet long, someone said it was like 14 feet long, 14 feet long or something, it's going to go down and then flip. So you're automatically going to be about 30 feet out. And then your car is going to, glide a little when it first goes in. So it definitely, I don't think she was going fast at all.
I do feel there was some speed there. I don't think that I thought at first maybe like she just, backed down thinking that, she had a place parked. If she parked there, she knew there was water there though. There's just.
Yeah, but it was pitch black. It was pitch black.
Yeah, but you don't think that you would remember parking next to water like that at a party? Like when you get there, like, damn, I got to be careful I don't hit this water that's sitting next to my car. Like, I really don't think that Kiely pulled up and parked right there and forgot there was water there. I don't.
Wait, hold on one second. Willow, the car wasn't even messed up to have rolled 7 times.
Where does 7 times come from?
Tom said that 14 feet deep and 20 feet offshore. If the car's length, see, one says 55 feet out, one says 20 feet offshore. Which is it?
It would float and flip because that's what happens. It's gonna float out and it's gonna tip. Okay, and the back's probably gonna go up first because it's the most buoyant, and that's when the car flips. So it would float a little bit before it would flip. That's when it's going to sink. But you don't have, when you're watching all of these videos, you really don't have a lot of time to get out. You have very limited time. It's a minute.
Oh, I agree.
A minute or less, you're fucked. Like, that's why I feel like it's just like there's so many people that I don't know, Laura. I don't know where you stand on everything, but I feel like there's what?
I also thought it was 55 feet. I remember hearing it was 55 feet. But, hold hold on. Someone said something I want to address. Park 3 trees. Oh, Val, you said the experts. What experts? Duty Ron? I mean, what experts have said this? I love when people, and Val, I'm not picking on you, but this is why I get aggravated in chats when people say the expert. What experts? What experts have gone live or said in the news that she was going at a high rate of speed? Just show me where an expert said that. There are so many people run with whatever they hear. So I would like to know what expert said that. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I just want to know what expert said that.
Oh my God. You guys, there's so many like speculations and theories. It's sad.
Yeah, I thought it was 55 too. Okay, but Val, show me what experts. You said experts have said she was going a high rate of speed. What experts?
Oh, Val's Variety. Hey,
Yeah.
Val.
I fought with
What,
somebody
were you
yesterday.
watching the news, Val? Was it on news or what? Maybe she saw something on the news, Laura.
No, I've watched everything.
Have you seen any experts speak on it?
No.
I wonder what she's talking about.
That's why I'm asking. But there's a lot of people, and I'm not picking on Val, but there's a lot of people that repeat stuff that have never been said.
I think her car was probably in drive.
Yeah, there was a guy that went on Zav Girl today that he was pretty good, and I was saying this to Don. He was explaining that, like, they were saying that the window was broken and it was in neutral. It was not neutral.
Yeah, I can't stand it. Driving me nuts.
He had explained that the way he did all this underwater stuff, that when they pulled the car out, if it was in neutral, it wouldn't have put like the tire marks in it when.
Well, no, in neutral you can roll a car
yes,
wherever you
and
really
that's
want to. So
that's what he was saying, that the way
it could have been rolled in.
The way the tires were indented in the sand or dirt or something, the way you could see it proved that it was not neutral, that was in drive. We don't know. It wasn't in neutral. I'm saying that this guy explained it, and he sounded like he knew what he was talking about. But then we looked, and I asked other people, and they did say that if the car was in neutral, it would have just rolled back. But again, I stress, AWP is not allowed to touch the car inside. That's why they said we found it, but we have to get to, we have to tell law enforcement. They weren't allowed to bring it. They weren't allowed to do anything. And Avery, and I will argue that with him. I will totally argue that with him. And I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. But he's one person's opinion. I've heard other people's opinions that say the opposite. So that's why I'm saying the only experts that I will take that from in this instance are the ones working the case. Simply because we don't know what's going on. There could, they could know something that we don't. But even at 55 feet out, if the car, I think someone said the car is like 15 feet, and it rolls, right there is like 30 feet. How fast could she have been going?
I think she was probably going 30 to 40 miles per hour, thought she was on a road and it was water and she couldn't see shit. And by the time she drove into the water at 30 miles per hour or whatever it was too late. And she probably did have a hard time getting out. She probably was unbuckling herself and trying to get out of her vehicle. And it's really sad and devastating to think about what this poor kid went through. She's just a baby, just learning how to drive, and probably never expected to find herself in the position she was in her car, submerged in water in the middle of the dark somewhere. But I think it just all came down to taking a wrong turn. And that's why I think she was over on the left and not on the right hand side for the party, because the way that she would have been coming out would have made total sense for her to drive down that way, thinking she was going in a completely opposite direction and not realizing that she was driving in the water. And I don't think she was driving super fast going in. I think she was probably driving 30 or 40 miles per hour, landed in the water. I don't think it's a matter of distance and how far the water took the car out, because we'll never know if any kind of current drug her car out a couple feet or not, right? They'll have to, if they have specialist scientists and shit, to figure that out. But the thing is she didn't have to be going fast to land where she did, because it looks like that was a bit of a drop off anyway. Like,
but the airbags didn't deploy.
So
the airbags didn't deploy either.
Yeah, if the airbags didn't deploy, I would imagine there wasn't a very great impact into the water from the car, in my opinion. I would think
that's why I don't believe she was good. And if you look at the car, there's a little bit of damage to the left side on the passenger side, but that's it. There's no, her hood is fine, her lights aren't even busted out. That tells me there's no way she was going this, 60 miles an hour. There's just no way.
I don't think she was going 60. Do you think she was going 60?
Well, what's considered fast? Avery, what's considered fast? Because I consider fast like above 60 would be fast to me.
I don't think she was going above 60. I think she was probably going 30 to 40 miles per hour. And I think she just drove right off into the water thinking it was the road. And by the time she hit the water, she was like, fuck. And then she probably got trapped really quick and the car sunk. And there was nothing she could do, because she was probably, scrambling to find things and probably get her phone and everything else. So
Victoria, I never said she was speeding. I said the exact opposite.
She didn't have to be going fast to get out 50 feet. Okay.
That's what I'm saying, that you don't have to be going fast to, but it all depends. If someone thinks that 40 is speeding, then that's different. Or if someone thinks...
What, is there a speed limit through there? Do people follow a speed limit like 20 miles per hour? Or is it like 15 or 10? Like, I know some of the campgrounds around me are like 10 miles per hour or 5 miles per hour. If you're driving through them, like you have to go through like a turtle, you know what I mean? So
hold on, but
I don't know.
But Avery, 30 to 40 is not going fast. I mean, my son rides his bike at 30 miles an hour. That's not fast to me. Like, above 55 would be fast, but 30 to 40 is not fast to me.
You also cannot measure why the airbag didn't deploy hitting water, because it's not the same as an impact of a motor vehicle, or, depending on the way. I think she probably just drove right in, like real easy, and then really freaked out, is what I think. But what is the actual issue that you're having with your chat?
Right now, nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, right now, nothing. But that's what I'm saying. Well, yeah, I read last night. Did you know this? Because I thought it was higher. That airbags are supposed to deploy at like 10 to 20. I always thought airbags were like 50 and up.
I thought it was based on impact. I didn't think it was based on a mile per hour. I thought it was based on impact, because sometimes they deploy, sometimes they don't, and there's a reason for that. So I don't know how airbags work. If we could get like an airbag expert on the panel.
So you know what I was just thinking about? Hold on, I want to pull up this picture, because something...
10 miles per hour on the water. See, how do people know all this stuff? You guys are so smart.
Okay, yeah, her front hood is indented. Her lights are all intact. We do have the side mirror that's out. which could have happened when it, hit. And I don't doubt that. But we know the back window was open. We know a side window was broken.
Wait, so the back window, all right, so go back. The back window was broken.
No. The back window is open.
Open.
You can see it, and there's still a half a window there. You can see it. But the front window was broken. And here's the other thing I think of. Did she have something in the car to break the front window? And she was so scared because it was pitch black and she's young and panicked.
Knows what was going through her head. God only knows what this poor girl went through in that car, in the dark, in the water. I cannot imagine. It's been like haunting me because it's driving me literally insane.
Well, here's the way to not make it haunt you. I say, for a happy thought, maybe she was on shrooms and she enjoyed. She was fine. She was tripping and she felt good. That's a happy way to look at it.
Well, the way that I feel about it is, I think that it is the most horrible and tragic way to die is to drown. I know people who have drowned. I've lost friends who have drowned, actually. And I'm really it's gut-wrenching to think about. But I do think that there's less suffering than, burning or, I try to think of the positives, but no, but I do think she tried to escape. I think that she absolutely would most certainly try to escape her vehicle. If she was conscious, I believe she was fighting in the water and trying to get out of her car. I do believe that. But whether or not this window went down with the help of law enforcement, I don't know. Was it down already? I don't know. Maybe the side view mirror could have came off when the car rolled on the sand under the water. No clue. And then, if Kiely was still in the vehicle, then I would imagine she tried to get out.
Guys, she was panicked. Everyone has to remember this. It was pitch black.
She couldn't see anything.
She couldn't see one, like they say the whole area is pitch black.
Listen, she only had that 1 minute to get out of that.
Yeah, and she wouldn't have known. Yeah, the tires aren't even flat. But she wouldn't have even realized, which way to go. So she probably was disoriented and not known which way is up or down. And if you add in any kind of alcohol or drugs, she may have crawled in the back just to die, just to crawl up in a ball.
Laura, did you see in that video that you just played a little while?
Yeah.
The air pockets. So the air pockets, he said that the air pockets kept moving around and he kept on trying to find air pockets and shit.
Yeah.
So more water was probably going. The air might have been going to the back of her vehicle, or maybe that's not what happened. And maybe that's just where she ended up because of gravity and, but she may have been in the back of the vehicle because that was where, she ended up after being in there for 2 whole weeks in the water. A lot's going to go on in there, a lot.
See, but what I don't understand either, I absolutely do not believe that all windows were intact. Nobody has been able to show me the proof that they originally said that. But I will show you the unedited version of what they posted, and it does not say that. So if someone can show me the actual proof that AWP said that, I am more than willing to look at it.
I've never heard them say that, not ever.
No. And everyone's saying, it was before they edited. No, there wasn't. I don't know where this rumor started from, but I've been asking everyone, if you saw it, somebody took a screenshot of it, and nobody has seen it.
If he said it, it's out there.
I agree.
If you don't have it, it's not out there.
Brian, what's been debunked? What's been debunked, Laura, Brian? What?
I've missed you a little bit.
I missed you too.
Well, don't say no one calls into your shows because you had two call-ins tonight, 3.
I know.
And then me, but I don't count because I call in all the time. Well, it's not really a call-in. So,
you want me to show the unedited? All right, hold on.
Yeah, show it. That's what I was waiting for. You know, this poor kid, you guys, if you have children who are learning to drive and, you know, talk to them about this type of stuff and show them the video that Laura played earlier. Get the little keychain thing. You don't even have to buy it from Adventures with Purpose. You can get them on Amazon, but the one on Adventures with Purpose is like $6.95, and the ones on Amazon were like $13. So I say get it from Adventures with Purpose. Tell your kids how to get out. They have to get out in the first 60 seconds or less. It's so important that if you live near water, I mean, I've never even thought about it really before. We don't have accidents like that, really. I mean, there's probably been a couple, but nothing significant that I can ever even remember. So, I mean, we are really big on guardrails and such around the water around here, but it can happen to anybody, you know? Just never know.
Hang on. So now when I prove to you guys the original doesn't say anything about it, what do I get? Because I've only been fighting with people for 24 hours about this, nonstop. No, they did not, Tiffany. I'm going to prove it right now. Now, also, when you edit something, it says edited, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me just shut this down.
Laura, why do you even bother arguing with trolls?
No, I said I was going to be nicer, but it's not working out too well.
All right.
All right. This does not say edited. 7 minutes. We just found Kiely Rodni. Car is upside down. 14 inches of water. We have confirmed Kiely's inside. Family notified. Law enforcement on their way. Prosser Lake. Only a few hundred yards from the campground. More updates to follow. This was 7 minutes after they did it. This is not an edited. This is the original.
I have mine also on my community post. I don't know how many minutes it was. Probably 7. Did you get that from me?
Does it say edited?
No. No edited on it at all. Not at all. It's no edit. Not that I can remember.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. I've been saying that forever too.
What?
That AWP has nothing to do with the recovery. They found it. They
Wow.
contacted law enforcement. Done. They wouldn't have broken a window. They nothing to do with them. But this is unedited. So I'll take that apology from everybody that keeps telling me that they saw it. No, you did not see it, because they never. That was not their original post. This is the original post. It's not edited. This right here is the original post. Someone started that rumor and everybody ran with it.
Yeah, you know what? You can't even control those rumors because they'll stick and they'll be there till the end, and people will still say it 3 years later, even knowing, you know, that's the way it goes. You can't do anything about it. It's not even worth fucking saying anything because people don't care anyway. They're just gonna keep lying. They like inserting all of these fake narratives and shit. They want them to be there because it makes things more interesting. Nothing can ever just be what it is, right? Has to always be inflammatory.
I agree.
Some way.
But it's not even trolls, Michelle. There's a lot of people. If you go in any chat, AWP said all the windows were up. No, they didn't. And I've asked I produced the original. If someone can show me the edited one.
Saying this?
What?
that AWP had no right to contact the family. They found her. What
Yeah,
do you
I
mean
absolutely
they had no
agree.
right? They have every right to contact her family. They found their baby girl.
I agree with that. They were part of it. I mean, the family asked them. I'm showing you the proof right here. Right here is the fucking proof that the original post that you guys all say had the windows, which it didn't, because here's the original fucking post. There's nothing about windows. That's my point. I've said it 100 fucking times. But people don't want to listen. They just want to run with, oh, well, that wasn't that post. No, it was that post. Well, fucking show me the damn post then.
Okay, so Olivia Niall says, Laura, the rumor was started by a guy who was guest on Grizzly True Crime yesterday. He is friends with AWP and used to do their merch, and he falsely stated that all the windows were sealed. Sorry. So that is where Olivia Niall is saying the source of the rumor came from. So let's check that out. I'll take a screenshot of it. You can check into it.
But that's some guy.
But that's where it came from.
But that's just some guy who called in.
So maybe that's where it started, and that's what people need to see, that is the source of the rumor, so that they can listen and, go see where it happened for themselves and shut up about it after that.
I agree. Because we don't know. That guy called in to somebody last night, too. I think Tyler. You can make a new post. No, you can't, Tiffany. Every time you edit a community post, it says edited.
Can you call her Taboo or something? I keep thinking you're talking.
No, but it does say family notified. You're right, though. It doesn't say they contacted the family.
Yeah.
It just says family notified.
All right. Let's see. So
AWP did not say it on the news. They did not say it live that all the windows were intact.
No.
My God, these people are ridiculous.
I watched all the news on it, I swear.
Just stop with the fucking rumors.
You could make a new post that doesn't say edited. Okay, so tell us at what minute stamp do you allege that Adventures with Purpose changed or removed their community post and then put a new one up in between 1 minute and 3 minutes, 1 minute and 4 minutes, 1 minute and 5 minutes? Where did that exactly happen? And since you saw it, did you get a screenshot to show? Please send it to Laura. If not, then there's nothing we can help you with.
Wait, hold on. I was reading something. But one juror matters. That doesn't matter to me. You all keep saying that AWP said it, and he didn't. That was my whole point. That's all I needed to prove, that AWP did not say that. I don't care what SF Investigate said. He's not part of the case.
Who the fuck is that?
He's a PI or something that did his own work.
Okay.
I just proved that AWP never said anything about the windows. That's it.
This one says 7 minutes. What does mine say? Can you see what my community post says? And then go look at Zab Girls. Go ahead, go around and look at all of them. You could prove it that way also, because that's bullshit. It still doesn't say edited, not till this very moment in time. He hasn't touched anything. So to accuse him of editing it, and who cares what if you missed putting a period or a comma in place? Are we not allowed to edit our posts and stuff?
Which one did you edit? Because they're
edit
yeah, right
anything.
here. Tiffany Marie, 10 hours edited.
It says edited?
Yep.
What's the minute on it?
Oh, it doesn't say. It's the one, how to escape a sinking vehicle.
No. Go down more. No, that was me. I posted his video. So go down.
Oh yeah,
more
you have the exact same screenshot. 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Okay, so yeah, I took that screenshot at 7 minutes. So go to Zav Girl, because I know she shared it. So
well, their newest one shows that it's edited.
None of them say edited. Why doesn't this person in your chat have to bring any proof with them? Why do we have to go around looking around? Why can't this person waste a bunch of time?
I don't even see hers posted here.
Zab didn't share it?
No. I didn't put it on my community page either.
I don't know. There's a whole bunch of places it was put up. Listen, I'll keep my eyes peeled and see if I see any of them that say edited. And
I have one that says edited.
What's the minute on it?
I don't remember. I don't know if I have it, but I've seen it.
So AWP did edit their post?
Yeah, but the one I showed was an original.
What do you mean you go read it? One juror matters? Why are you talking to me like that?
One juror matters. Please
What
show
does
me
he
where
mean,
this
need to
says
read?
edited. I'll
It
wait.
says edited. Okay.
Oh, I showed edited last night. Okay.
All right. So what I'm asking you is, what minute does that screenshot say edited?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I posted one that 22 minutes doesn't say edited. Okay, I'm over this.
I think I'm going to start crackling and popping soon.
What you are posting is the original post. Thank you, Tyler. But I have been on for almost 4 hours. I'm out.
Good night, Laura.
I love you, Tiffany.
All right, love you too. Thank you so much for all of the beautiful coverage you've been doing for
Thank
Kiely.
you.
You've kept it really respectful, and I
Thank
really
you.
like the way that you've been doing things.
Thank you. I
So
appreciate
talk
that.
to you later.
All right.
Thanks for having me on.
I'll call you
Bye.
later. Bye. All right, let me close out. Whoop. All right. Too many fucking trolls tonight. Let me tell you. Too many trolls. Yeah, they did say they'll be making a video tonight or tomorrow. Over the next week, they said. So I know I'm done with this stream though. I really am. The Windows debate is the new what color is Ronnie's leg. You're right. You're right, Olivia. You're 100% right. I know. I will talk about. I can't do this stream anymore. I'm over it. Like seriously, I'm over it. I've been on almost 4 hours, and I'm just aggravated. You know, I thought I was going to be super nice, and I thought things were going to change, and then people had to push and push and push and push. So I know, Tiffany, but some of them aren't trolls. Some of them, like one of them is my mod. So, yeah. No, that's not what I said, one juror. That's not what I said. So, that is not what I said at all. What I said was, is there proof? Show me proof. No, but some of it wasn't even, like, one juror was pushing me tonight. Like, it wasn't just trolls. It was a lot of things. A lot of people. So, but I am out. I will see you guys later. I'll see you tomorrow, 8:30. Tyler, I will text you when this is over. Thank you guys for super chats, PayPals, candle orders, and everything in between. Sorry I let trolls get the best of me, but it happens. One juror matters. You sent me what? You sent me what? You sent me the proof that AWP said this? Lynn, then somebody should go ask them. So, all right. I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. What think of this rumor? What do you mean? Yes, I know that's what I want to talk to Tyler about, but I'll let you guys know tomorrow. I'm just over this, and I'm tired, and I'm just done. So, I'll see you guys later. Have a great night. Peace. They mentioned nothing about the tires this morning. Nothing.